You try and run, I'm gonna track you down. You go to a teacher, it's only gonna get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire. Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
What is up? It's Friday. I'm fired up to be here, but Jeff, I got to be honest, it's a real battle for Middle Earth out there on the mean streets of the IE.
Why is that?
It's Coachella weekend, man. There's guys all over the place. The 10 freeway is a mess. Everyone's going out to Coachella, and you know why they're going out to Coachella?
Why?
Because they want to hear this guy.
He's not going to Coachella.
He's probably performing right now. The Walmart yodeling kid, who I found out his name's Mason Ramsey. He has a name. He's 11 years old. He was invited to Coachella. He's performing today, then the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, he's big time. I told you, Kike Hernandez and the Dodgers, that's his walk-up music. In fact, did you know Joe Kelly, our own Joe Kelly that we're going to talk about in just a second, Corona High School pitcher, UCR pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, that was his song when he came out of the bullpen.
It is?
This is his song, the yodeling kid.
Is the kid getting paid for all this, honestly?
I don't know.
He's got to be getting something. I mean, flying everybody everywhere.
I think we need to get a Gorm boy in Walmart.
Yeah.
Yodeling.
Can Connor yodel?
My kids have no
talent?
no discernible talent of any kind. Johnny can count to 21. Connor's Mr. Video Game guy. And Luke just throws Matchbox and Hot Wheels all over the
house. But he
house.
still has time. If you teach him now how to yodel, can you imagine when he's 8 years old?
No,
he's killing it.
There is no discernible talent. We're going to have to find something with my kids.
But here's the deal. I was just trying to get here to Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM for the one and only Inland Sports Show. And Greg knows. He comes from that same direction. It's a battle, man. There are cars everywhere. The highways are flooded, and everyone is going out to Coachella to see the Walmart yodeling kid.
Is Coachella like every month and a half, or is it once a year?
Is it 2 weeks? Is it 2 weekends?
2 weeks.
But then there's Stagecoach, right? Right after that?
Oh, wait a second. It has been a year since they just had that Coachella?
A year.
Good Lord, I'm going to be dead before I know it. It just seems like so much time goes so fast.
But why isn't our yodeling guy at Stagecoach? Like, he's blowing up Coachella. He's like, I'm taking over, guys.
Coachella's been known to have some weird acts. Like, they'll have some country acts occasionally.
Do they?
They'll have maybe Carrie Underwood will show up and sing for a couple sets. She's smoking hot. That's will be the only reason I go. But it's a lot of weird acts, isn't it? Like Dirt Clod and
Is there a band called Dirt Clod?
No?
I haven't heard them yet.
Oh,
they're up and coming. Maybe they're more like underground.
Or Moldy Leaves. You ever heard of Moldy Leaves?
No.
Moldy Leaves, man, they're an acid rock band.
Oh, they are?
Oh, they're hardcore, buddy. System of the Down. I've heard of those guys.
I've heard of those guys.
Yeah, but have you ever heard of Rock, Scissors, Paper?
Rock, Scissors, Paper?
No, also known as Rochambeau. They're playing tonight.
No, I didn't.
Rochambeau they're incredible. They play the oboe. They play the sitar, and a single drum.
But do they play this? Greg, cue this thing up. Do they play the old didgeridoo?
I'm sure they do. That might be their fourth instrument.
Wow.
Very impressed.
Yeah, Rock, Scissors, Paper, and Rochambeau. That is the band I'm looking forward to seeing when I head out to... I'm going to go tonight, I think. I'm going to drive. As soon as we get out of here, I want to go pick up a couple friends of mine. We're going to pick up a 6-pack of some Keystone Light.
And go out there?
And we're just going to drive out.
But here's the deal. You can't just drive out there. You got to go get in line and wait like 5 hours.
What do you mean?
Because they're all going to see the Walmart yodeling kid. Didn't you hear me? The 10 freeway's a mess.
Yeah, but aren't I supposed to go shirtless or wear
paint it on.
That's okay.
Just paint on a shirt and
that's
shorts.
Like normal. That's like just a normal Friday night for me.
Just paint on the clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the Coachella. I'm not looking forward to the drive home, actually.
Well, at least you're kind of going against the grain.
Yeah.
I have to go with the grain.
I feel bad for you.
I'm taking the back streets. All the back streets.
All the back roads.
Well, welcome to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM every single day from 3 to 6 p.m. Again, it was close. I rolled in late. Greg rolled in late. We were just getting in here. Jeff had been sitting here for an hour with his coffee, waiting for us.
Got off early today, and I figured I'd come over and hang out with you guys, but none of you were here with me.
Of all the big stories going on, the one that Jeff texts me about is Sanchito, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, because I'm a big USC guy. I love USC football. UCLA basketball, USC football.
What happened to your guy Mark Sanchez, Mr. Butt Fumble?
But yes,
He had the old butt fumble. That's what he's known for. The butt fumble.
4-game suspension.
For butt fumbles?
No.
For what?
PEDs.
He was using?
Yeah, he's not buff. He's not cool. He's got a big jawline like every other quarterback.
This is a real serious question. What team did he play for last year?
I don't know.
Was it Denver?
I thought he was like, who knows?
I think it was Denver, wasn't it?
It was Denver. It was. Let me take a look.
Because after he left the New York Jets, I lost track of him. I'm like, all right, Mark Sanchez, big deal.
Yeah, but he was one of the best college quarterbacks in the world.
Really?
Hey, he's with the Chicago Bears?
Was he with the Bears?
He was with the Bears.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's with the Chicago Bears.
So 4-game suspension for PED use. And I think he said, I just heard on the radio that the past 5 years he has the same offseason regiment he does and takes the same things. And for whatever reason, it turned up positive this year. So he doesn't understand.
They always say something.
Yeah, they do.
Mark Sanchito. He was the third quarterback for the Chicago Bears. He was mentoring Mitchell Trubisky.
He was mentoring him?
He was mentoring him.
He was?
Yeah, so, I mean, he's a third-string quarterback. Now he's probably going to get waived.
Who was the second string?
I don't know. Just said he was the third quarterback.
Oh, okay. I see, again, I thought he was on the Broncos. If he was in the NFL, I thought he was on the Broncos. I had no idea.
He's a mentor, apparently, now.
Hey, the other big NFL news going down today, Cowboys wide receiver Dez Bryant cut by Dallas.
Well, because he used to date a Kardashian. That's what happens.
It's the curse.
When you date a Kardashian, bad things happen to you. Or if you're a Kardashian, think bad things happen to you.
It's all going to tumble in.
You know why?
It's a curse.
Because of the dad. The dad was the lawyer of the O.J. Simpson trial, and everything has gone to crappers.
Everything after that? Right?
Everything. The guy died. All those girls, Bruce became a woman, Caitlyn, and then his daughters all look like different humans.
Didn't Chloe just have a baby, but the dad is cheating on her?
Tristan
it's all
Thompson.
Over, Twitter, I saw.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that who it was?
Yeah, but I always thought
I don't follow them closely.
I always thought Chloe was a dude, so just having a baby itself.
She's kind of Sasquatchy.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
There was a picture on the internet that had crying Jordan. A picture. Did you see that, Colin?
On the belly, on her belly.
On her belly. It was so funny.
Speaking of Sasquatch, I saw the documentary of Andre the Giant, and I didn't know that he was a Sasquatch in the $1 Million Man TV series back in the day.
$6 Million Man. Yes, he was.
He was?
Yeah, there's some videos.
He was
of
the
him.
actor who played Sasquatch?
He was a Sasquatch.
Hey, Lee Majors, one of the most underrated actors of our space and time. The $6 Million Man. He was great. He was great in The Fall Guy. He was great in $6 Million Man. The best, Jerry. The best.
Oh,
Lee Majors, if you're listening, love you, buddy. You're a great actor.
He probably is.
Great American.
He is a great American.
6 million.
So where will Dez Bryant end up?
Probably in hell.
Oh,
Straight in hell.
I think you're going to say the Raiders.
No. He doesn't have that juice anymore.
The Bengals.
We'll take him.
He's not that.
Raiders, Bengals. Someone's going to sign him, though.
Yeah, but he's not going to
He's unrestricted. He can go anywhere.
He's not a number one, or else the Cowboys would have kept him. He's not a number one. He can't distance himself from those DBs.
But then again, he got a lot to prove. So
yeah, but he dated a Kardashian. He's ruined.
It's all downhill. It's all
where's Reggie Bush?
Who knows?
Ruined.
Exactly. Who knows?
Tristan Thompson?
Who knows?
After this playoffs run?
How is he even on the Cavaliers still?
He's rotten.
Yeah.
He's been rotten since he dated that Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe? Is that her name?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of those dudes.
Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys? He's not even playing in the league anymore.
I don't even know where he's at. Is he still with us?
He might be dead.
He might. I don't know.
Chris Humphreys could be dead.
I don't know if he's with us still.
But let's say Lamar Odom, he was with Chloe too.
That didn't end too well.
He was dead for like 6 minutes.
He was dead.
Yeah, legally dead.
Back.
He's still dead. I mean, he looks bad. He looks crispy. He does, man. He looks like just straight crispy. I feel bad for him.
But you're right. It never ends well. Now Dez Bryant cut by the Dallas Cowboys, unrestricted free agent. He's going to land somewhere, but I don't think he's a number one guy.
He's going to play in the American Lion Football League, or he's going to play in the. No, he'll get signed, but he's not a number one receiver anymore.
No.
You know that.
No.
He's more of he's a little slot. He's like Cooper Kups.
Cooper Kupp. No, but Des Bryant's a big body.
I don't care. He's slow. He can't go past those corners.
He can't run. He can't jump.
No.
He's got bad
done.
hands.
He's retired. Just quit.
All right, now to baseball. And the big story last night was that Major League Baseball coming down hard on our guy, Joe Kelly. Suspended 6 games in that huge brawl against the Red Sox and Yankees. Joe Kelly was on the mound for Boston, and he threw this pitch to Tyler Austin of the Yankees, and then it all got sideways.
And that's why he gets drilled here, and he slams the bat. Now he's making a move, and here he comes on the run, and now fisticuffs.
Don't mess with those IE guys.
As Kelly's being tackled,
no
the
doubt
punch is
IE
being
fight.
thrown.
That's the Riverside right
The
there.
dugout's empty. Here come the bullpens again, and this time it's for real.
It's for
Unlike the
real
last
now.
time.
So that was Joe Kelly hitting
Punches
Tyler
and
Austin of the
tackles.
Yankees,
And
and
with
Major
the
League
6-7
Baseball hitting Joe Kelly with a 6-game suspension.
Wasn't he saying, come get it?
Yeah, if you watch the video, it looks like he's saying, come at me, bro.
Like the big
manatee, a
manatee.
novelty. Yeah. No, come on, bring it on. Something like that.
What happened to those good matches like Pedro Martinez and, of course, Don Zimmerman? Remember that one?
Oh, Don Zimmer and Pedro Martinez.
Don Zimmer
But see, Pedro Martinez just pushed him. Like Don Zimmer was 80 years old. He just tapped him and he fell
He
over.
attacked Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire, knocked him down. That was great. Zimmer looked like a Georgia Bulldog.
Zimmerman went in for the punch, though.
So funny. There's been fights all over Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
They had one,
Fighting season.
They had the one San Diego Padres guys. A couple of those guys got suspended. Oh, I just gotta love it. I love the old fighting in baseball. No one really gets hurt.
Yeah, last night we had some dinner with some friends after gymnastics practice.
Yeah.
And there was a TV on at the place we were at, and they were showing the brawl. And that's where I first saw that Joe Kelly was suspended 6 games, and Boston fans were wearing the Joe Kelly Fight Club shirts.
I want one of those so bad.
But I saw some of the parents next to me. They're like, isn't that awful? Look at them fighting. That's what our kids are watching. Those are grown men. And I'm looking at my wife, Tara, and I'm like, that's so cool. I'm totally into that.
and even though they're grown men,
Nobody got hurt. You know, you swing some punches, and some of them land, some of them don't.
The silliest part about baseball fights, and I think you'll agree with me, is they open up the bullpens. And
all the bullpens run out.
But it takes them an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah,
the fight's
it's
already
over. Guys, we're done.
They ought to do it like hockey. Let them fight a couple times, then step in. Let's think in reality.
Give them a couple minutes.
Yeah, give them a couple because you're going to get tired.
You can't have a brawl. Just everyone back up. Give them like 60 seconds. Let them go for it.
See, my whole thought process is like when I see little kids fighting, you let them fight for a minute because they get so tired in about 8 seconds and no one wants to fight anymore. They just roll around on the ground and then hug each other and go, get up, guys, get up, stop fighting. Same thing in baseball. They'd be tired. They don't get in shape for baseball. All they do is home run trot. That's all they got to do. That's weak.
All right, so Joe Kelly out 6 games. Former Corona High and UCR pitcher for the Red Sox. The Halos, they just keep on winning 7-1 against Kansas City last night. That's 5 straight wins for the Angels. And, Jeff, I think you're officially in love with Shohei. That's all you text me about anymore, whether it's either it's Mark Sanchez, Mr. Butt Fumble, or Shohei Ohtani. It's the only things you text me about anymore.
I usually don't miss any Angel games. If I'm home and Angels are on, that's what's on TV. That's always on. And so Shohei, he had a nice benches clearing triple.
He did.
Oh, all the bases were cleared, and he's just old Shohei, averaging over 350. The guy's a stud. What's he going to be on the All-Star team? Is he going to be a pitcher? Well, no, because they vote for a pitcher, but he could be both. He could be.
You're already putting him in the All-Star
I'm putting him as the DH.
He's already doing it.
He is the DH, and then he will be appointed as a pitcher. So he'll be the first guy since like Babe Ruth to play in the All-Star game as a pitcher and a hitter and a fielder. That would be sweet. Put him at first base.
I cannot wait for the World Series for this guy to do both.
This guy.
He could be the pitcher and a hitter.
And he wants to play more. Did you see that?
Yeah, he wants to play more.
But, I think the Angels are doing exactly. They're taking this slow. He's getting his at-bats. Just relax there, Shohei. Relax. Let us get you in the groove. Play through a round of games here.
See, jump to conclusions Jeff over here is like, you know what? Shohei, if you think about it, he'll be the second Angel to go into the Hall of Fame. right behind Vlad Guerrero. He'll be the second Halo to go into the Hall.
They might rename it. They might call it. He might get his own wing.
His own wing.
The Shohei Ohtani wing.
Man.
Hey, did you see the thing for the Ducks? I finally saw it.
Oh, he said go
The
Ducks.
commercial?
Him and Trout.
Yeah, I didn't know what he said, but
Took a little
Trout's
social
talking.
media video. Yeah, I saw it.
That's the funniest thing ever. And he's like, "Oh, Joe Ducks," and I was like, "What did he say?"
What did he say? I think he said go Ducks.
Joe Ducks. And I was like, "That's awesome." Yeah, I do love him. He's my new favorite player. Mike Trout, who?
Well, Mike Trout had his 5th home run last night, so it's not like he's slacking or anything.
He's rotten. He's rotten. He's, every year he's almost an MVP, but almost isn't good enough. Because right now, Shohei Ohtani is the MVP of the world.
Man. Of the world.
He is better. He should get MVP of the NBA playoffs.
Of the NBA.
Are you already calling
Cup
World
playoffs?
Series MVP?
He's going to be the World Series MVP. He's going to go 22-0 on the year.
Wow.
And he's going to bat 400. And then when he bats 400, they're going to lift the case off the nitrogen thing where Ted Williams' head is frozen, and he's going to grab his head. And then they're finally going to put Ted Williams to rest. They're going to bury his head in the center field of San Diego, because that's where his head is.
Is it?
His head's in San Diego somewhere. Some cryogenic lab.
Deep in a frozen chamber.
Yeah, he's going to take it when he bats 400. He's going to take his head. Tony Gwynn couldn't do it. Shohei Ohtani will.
Tony Gwynn was close. Wasn't he like 391 or 394 or somewhere in that ballpark?
Holy cow!
Yeah, he was real close.
Speaking of, I know I have to get on this baseball stuff. Mike Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, your guy.
Okay. Did you know he's already struck out like 20-something times on the year so far?
That sounds right.
Did you know Joe DiMaggio in one season struck out 13 times?
That's it.
That's it.
Giancarlo's like, I do that in a weekend.
I do that in a day and a half.
Big deal.
I do that in a doubleheader. That's incredible, though.
Yeah, well, Joe DiMaggio was a pure hitter.
And
Giancarlo's like all or nothing.
Who's Mike married to?
Mike Stanton?
Yeah.
Who's he married to?
Yeah.
Is it someone famous?
No.
Oh.
Do you know who my man was married to for the Yankees?
Marilyn Monroe,
You're
wasn't
damn
it?
right, buddy. Joe DiMaggio was the second fiddle in that relationship. Yeah, you don't know anything about Mike's wife. Nothing.
No.
Giancarlo's wife.
Okay, now we got our first Google search of the show. We're going to Google is he married and who's his wife.
Hey, she would have to be Madonna in order to be somebody more famous.
Madonna?
More famous than
Jeff,
Marilyn
what year
Monroe.
is this? No, it'd have to be like Rihanna, right? Rihanna?
No, but she's not as famous as Marilyn Monroe.
Or who else? Who's super famous? Scarlett Johansson.
She's my number one. Seriously,
Pretty cute.
That's my hall pass.
What's her character in Avengers? Is it Black Widow?
Oh yeah, she mates and she kills.
She's awesome.
She mates and kills. That's why they call her the Black Widow.
She is
awesome. Seriously. If I'm allowed, Carla, her Smedberg's big hall pass is Thor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say David Schwimmer.
Or George Fabregas.
Kylo Ren.
But mine is Scarlett Scojo.
Scojo. Is that what you guys call her?
We have a pet name. I have a pet name for her, and it's Scojo.
Couple other quick inland sports headlines. Ducks fever taking a big hit across the Inland Empire. They lost to San Jose last night, 3-0. That was game 1 of their first round playoff series, so the Ducks falling behind. And Michigan quarterback Wilson Speight, a grad transfer, going to UCLA. So maybe the Bruins will have a new quarterback, a former Wolverines quarterback.
He hasn't played in 3 years. Remember, he got hurt. He broke something.
He's played in the last 3 years.
Yeah, he barely played.
His numbers were pretty good.
Yeah, but the last 2 years he
might be the best option UCLA has.
No, they got that monster guy.
Monster Inc.
Oh, yeah, Monster Inc. I like that.
No,
guy.
he was an.
He's but the guy, if he was so good, he would have kept his job, and Michigan wasn't that good.
He was all banged up.
Whatever.
You know what? Blake Barnett should have went to UCLA.
You think so?
Well, Blake Barnett's at Arizona State, and he couldn't win the starting job because they got another stud there.
I forgot about that guy.
He should have went to UCLA knowing that Josh Rosen was going to turn pro, and all he'd have to do is sit 1 year behind Rosen, and then boom, UCLA would have been his job.
Does it really matter? Isn't he married to like a
He's
surfer?
married and has a kid. He's a dad.
Is she a surfer?
She was, I think.
Like a pro surfer.
Yeah, pro surfer.
Does it matter if he's a quarterback anywhere? She's hot. He has a kid. She's a pro surfer. His life is awesome. He can live at the beach. Watch his wife surf while he's bottle feeding his kid. He doesn't need to play quarterback anymore.
He's holding the clipboard and a bottle in the other hand.
How do you judge surfing? That's my big question.
Oh, there's points.
There's
Lots of points.
Silly.
It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. It's in the name. It's Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets and team sales. All your sports equipment at Kin Sporting Goods. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Follow them on Instagram and Twitter. Find out the very latest of what's going on over there at Boost, including their strength and speed class. And the maximum size you'll see in those classes, 12 athletes. That's it. You're going to get some great one-on-one attention with Coach Ray Bass and his team at Boost Performance Training. And Catalano Motors in Corona, off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, and finance. You can do it all. One stop. No headaches, easy car shopping experience. In fact, you can drive home tonight in that Coachella traffic with a sweet new ride from Catalano Motors. That's CatalanoCars.com. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we'll talk a little UC Riverside basketball and the very latest on the NBA playoffs and a big day of Major League Baseball. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Jeff, I thought you were sick.
I'm telling you, you gave me those 4 ibuprofens and this coffee kicking in.
Oh,
I was in bad.
Like your eyes are still glossy. Like you don't look good.
Last night got up in the middle of the night and said, I think the flu is coming. It was one of those things. I had dinner last night. And I'm like, is it food poisoning? And I was thinking in my head, there's something inside of me that's growing. These germs are growing. It's either going to be food poisoning or I'm just going to get the flu. And I could feel it going. I could feel it going through my veins.
When you said
my body.
When you said the flu is coming, you know what I picture? Remember in Pirates of the Caribbean when Bootstrap Bill came to Jack Sparrow and he slapped his hand and he put the black mark on him?
Yes.
And said, the Kraken is coming. You have the mark. That's what I felt like. You have the mark. The flu is coming, Jeff.
I think I still have. I do. I think the flu's coming. I think the Kraken is going to come into my house tonight. It's going to come, leave my pool and come into my bedroom. But I was laying there last night. You know, when you have the flu and you're kind of, it's hard to sleep.
You ache. Yeah, you're miserable.
And then I leaned over and I said, Smedberg. And she said, this is no joke. This is what she said.
Wait, go ahead.
I go, Smetty. And she goes, what? I go, I think I'm getting the flu. And she goes, can you please turn over? Your breath is killing me.
No! Thanks. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Smed. I don't feel good.
Are you one of those guys where like you'll roll and your wife's dead asleep, but you'll say, Smed, are you awake?
I do it all the time.
Are you awake? And you keep saying it until they wake up. Are you awake?
Now I am.
Are you sleeping over there? Are you still sleeping? Are you awake? And then they're what?
Hey, I have a neighbor that's really, really pissing me off.
The FBI guy?
No, the the spies across the street. Behind me, though, I have Shangri-La in my backyard. Beautiful backyard.
Yeah,
It's
like an oasis.
It's kind of like the Jungle Cruise. If you look at my backyard, it's like Jungle Cruise.
With the hippos, or
no, I just got a nice pool with all this cool stuff around it. We're getting a fountain put in right now. Pretty sweet.
Fancy.
Very fancy, man, because we have a reading room outside. Oh yeah, there's a reading room.
A reading room outside?
Yes, we have a reading room. It's called a California room. It has 3 walls, just an open wall. We're having stuff put in.
It's called a California what?
California room.
Are we gonna have a Jeff Gorham book club pretty soon?
Oh yeah, you guys are all invited. We're gonna have when it's finished. You guys are gonna come over in the evening, and you will be amazed.
And we're just gonna sit there and read.
No. We can watch TV over there too if we like. Okay. Well, anyways, last night, the last 2 nights, I've been waking up and I go, I think there's aliens coming in my house. This guy who's
Wait, did your brother tell you that? Because remember, we went through the whole thing with your brother saying the aliens were going to come get you.
The aliens.
Your brother's a real butthead. Does he even have a radio show?
Well, he does, but it's like public access.
Fake.
We're going to get him on it. We're going to make fun of him. But here's the deal. I wake up, and it looks like the sun has just risen in the middle of the night. This guy has a motion light in his backyard. He's 2-3 houses over, and these are big-ass houses.
Yeah.
And he's got this light. It's like a million candle light.
Well, what's triggering the motion light?
This stupid barking dog. So I think the HOA. I think we're gonna make a huge complaint.
An intervention.
And we're gonna have him fined.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and kick his ass. It's either one. That's it.
One of the 2 things will happen.
HOA.
You can just go over there and give him the flu.
Well, he's the guy that shot a firework in our backyard, and I went. Remember this story? He shot a fireworks and then turned the light off in his house, and I went and stood over the back of the fence, stood in my spot, and I said, hey, would you like this big 6'8", 300-pound guy to go over and kick your butt in front of your kids and wife? And I was screaming at him, and then he didn't do it again. But then of course later on in the night there was loud music, and they were yelling and screaming. So I walked over to the front of the house, and the dudes turned off the light again. I just stood there like Jason Voorhees on like Friday the 13th.
Down on the sidewalk. I'm here.
Just like Friday the 13th.
You know I'm here.
I stood there with my mask on, and I just stared.
You got a mask on too?
Well, I'm Jason Voorhees. Today is Friday the 13th.
Oh, it is.
You didn't even know that.
No, you're the first person to tell me that.
That was perfect. That was my whole thing though. But yeah, so this guy has this giant light, and I'm gonna beat him. I hate him. He's my nemesis. I don't know his name, but he's the flat hat.
He's a flat hat?
He's a flat hat. He's probably 45 and rides one of those long skateboards.
Okay, so here's the deal. Kono's a flat hat, but he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
If you're 45...
And you have one of those giant skateboards that are like 6 feet long.
Yeah.
You can't do tricks on them. You just ride around the neighborhood.
Yeah, cruiser. Yeah.
And he still has remote control cars, and he's 45. Yeah, that's it. Ding dong.
Yeah.
Flat hat ding dong.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Speaking of ding dongs, we got the Raiders.
They're definitely.
No offense, Greg. So here's the Raiders. Here's why they're making their fan base mad, and it has to do with hockey. I don't know if you guys heard about this story.
No.
Tell me.
So here's the deal. So the Raiders got on Twitter and said, hey, best of luck to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Go out there, beat those LA Kings. Go out there, do your thing, Las Vegas. We got your back. Sincerely, the Raider Nation. Just win, baby. Commitment to excellence. Silver and black.
They said
Maybe
that?
not so many words, but yes, they did. It went on Twitter.
That's more than 140
And they
characters.
were like, come on, Las Vegas, let's do this. We are the Raiders. We're one big happy family.
Oh.
So the San Jose Sharks turned around and said, whoa! Whoa! We're the Bay Area. We're East Bay just like you guys. Well, they're Southeast, but be technical. We're the Bay Area just like you. Have you already turned your back on the Bay Area? Have you already looked at Las Vegas and said, that's our, basically, like, that's our brother?
That's where we're going now, so.
They turned their back on San Jose.
Oh, wow.
The Sharks are mad. The Sharks are like, we're playing the Ducks. We beat the Ducks 3-0 game 1 last night.
Yeah, but, San Jose is not really a destination. It's a pass-through.
Yeah, but that's one of them. That's one of their guys.
It's not even a real town.
It's a real place.
They have the worst gym in the world.
That's a great arena for hockey.
Oh, but their college basketball gym is disgusting.
Well, that might be true.
Yeah, they're Sharks.
Yes.
Are they close? I mean, how close are they actually?
San Jose and Oakland's not that far apart.
How close to water are they?
I
don't think they're very close.
No, they're pretty close.
Maybe in a brook or something. There's sharks. And real sharks. I don't know about that. I mean,
so Shark fans, Shark Nation taking heavy offense to the Raiders because the Raiders are pledging their support to the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the new expansion team who took Game 1 from the Kings, their first ever playoff win. So the Raiders are like, oh, we got your back, Vegas. Oh. We're like this. We're simpatico. Oh. And Sharks are like, what? Hold on. Don't you guys still play in Oakland? Aren't you still up here with us? Aren't we still all in the Bay Area like one big happy family? Apparently not.
I guess not.
The Raiders have turned their back on the San Jose Sharks.
That is so weak.
It's the saddest day.
Now, other teams that are in hockey right now, I mean, there's the minor league hockey system, the Ontario Reign?
Yeah, American Hockey League.
Are they still playing regular season?
They finish up Saturday. And then they go into their, the Calder Cup playoffs.
The Calder Cup.
So ECHL's the Kelly Cup. AHL's the Calder Cup. NHL's the Stanley Cup.
But how many teams are in the playoffs? How many teams are in this league?
Lots. Probably like 8 teams in each conference, I'm going to assume, make the playoffs.
Is it nationwide?
Is that right? Oh, it's nationwide.
It is? So wait,
coast
you're
to
telling
coast.
me the Ontario Reign play around the country?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the Reign will be like, I would assume, like the Western Conference. They'll probably have a team from out of the East, and then they'll play for the Calder Cup Finals. No, they won't.
Yeah, they won't. Apparently that's...
Is that how it works, or no?
Top 4 teams in division play each other, and then whoever wins that goes to the conference.
But but so the conference champions will meet for the finals, right? That's what I said.
So they have everybody makes the playoffs in a sense?
No.
I'm really confused.
Top 4 in each division. Is it 8 teams per conference?
Yeah. There's 4.
So where are these teams on the West Coast?
All over. San Diego. Yeah, Stockton.
San Diego has a team? Where do they play? In the old arena?
Yeah, the old arena where the Sockers play. San Diego Sockers.
San Diego Seagulls.
Yeah, the Gulls.
They're actually affiliated with the Ducks.
Yeah, that's the AHL affiliate for Anaheim. Is the Gulls.
How am I on sports radio and don't know this stuff?
The Gulls.
I don't know.
The Gulls.
I don't know anything
They're
about
all
minor league.
San Antonio. There's all affiliates all over the place.
I bet you, and I'll make you a bet.
Let's bet.
By the end of this weekend, I will know every single thing about this hockey league.
You will?
You can quiz me on Monday, and I will know every single thing. I'll know every team
about the American Hockey League.
Yes, is that the ones with the this local team, the Reign?
Yeah, the Reign team.
By Monday,
the Reign train.
By Monday, I will know everything about the league. I will know players from every team. I will know You can quiz me.
Every player of every team?
I might know the mascots of everyone on Monday, but
okay.
I will tell you this.
That's fair enough. We'll take that.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we'll take that.
All right, I would like to take the quiz, and I'm going to know enough about this hockey, and then I am going to master this minor league baseball around here. I am.
You're going to master it?
I'm going to know everything about it. I'm going to know every player. By the end of next week, you guys are going to be like, wow. Minor league hockey, minor league baseball.
Jeff sitting in his reading room and just studying all the Rain guys.
I don't like
Quakes guys.
I don't like not knowing. I don't like Cullen knowing more than me.
So he knows a lot more than you.
But only in hockey.
That's it.
And life in general. He's got a lot to learn, my friend. A lot to learn.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. More NBA and Major League Baseball. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. Push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
You're on camera.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Jeff, I'm going to cut to the chase here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Why did you get me a coffee with no sugar?
Well, I thought I ordered it correctly. I'm still new to the coffee game. We know this. Well, yeah, since football season.
Yeah.
Because remember, I would show up after the Riverside TV games.
Because we'd stay up real late.
Super
and I
late.
needed you in peak form. I didn't need, like, tired, grouchy
I would
Jeff.
just remember. Do you remember
Move
the
the cup,
hyper?
Jeff. I couldn't
remember
handle that.
Remember the hyper Jeff at midnight, where I would just walk in and start talking smack to everybody.
I remember Jeff sitting at a itty-bitty little chair with an itty-bitty little TV tray and taking down all the football scores and writing them down.
I'll tell you
with
what,
your
though,
coffee.
That's one of my favorite things to do. Honestly, I'm not on the air or anything, but I sit there and I make fun of.
I do love those Friday nights, as stressful and as crazy as they are.
But we always get it done. But there's the guys that are in
all the guys,
and they're fun, and I make fun of them. And
yes, that's what I think you enjoy the most.
Oh.
The guys roll in, and you kind of pick them apart. They come in the door, and you like size them up. You look them up and down, and you're like, hey, and then you give them the old one-liners.
Well, we got a guy named Aaron who we really love. Yeah. I like him a lot, but he wears like kitten T-shirts, and then. And he's a nice...
And he rides his bike everywhere, even in the middle of the night.
Middle of the night, he's driving. And the studio, what streets are those?
It's 2nd and E, so it's downtown San Bernardino, right up the street from San Manuel Stadium, the home of the 66.
It's a horrible neighborhood, man. It's scary.
I wouldn't even go 20 miles per hour on that.
The only thing
he rides his bike through the middle of the night.
By Cal State San Bernardino almost.
Yes, he goes from like Cajon High School area down through downtown San Bernardino to the TV station.
He must have a 6th Street pass in.
Going on.
No, he does it.
He's a good Mormon guy.
He's great.
But he wears a kitten on his. He had a kitten shirt, and I've always made fun of him for it.
He's kind of hipsterish.
I don't know. I don't know if he's hipsterish or if he's like just different. He's a wonderful young man, but he's
unique.
He's unique.
Yes, he is.
Unique to this world.
But I give him a hard time. I'm really mean.
He's
to
a
him.
techie. You know what I mean? Like, picture a computer guy who just loves like coding and building websites and technology. He's one of those guys. And he loves kittens.
And I send him notes during the show on the computer. Oh, what a good time though! I'm looking forward to old football again.
Ja Rule. We didn't have Ja Rule this season. I think he might have popped in once or twice, but
he's captain personality though when he comes in. Man, he lights up a room like none other. I go, hey, oh my gosh.
The last time we had Ja Rule,
he was playing Pikachu. He was
no. Well, yeah, that in studio, that's true. But remember, he went out and covered the Summit football camp. He interviewed Dante Dion and Jamal Williams, starting running back for the Packers.
Can we?
That was Ja.
Please tell the story about. Okay, we have all these guys, these interns, wonderful guys, and you send them out. You give them assignments. Didn't you give him an assignment one time and he did the wrong game?
Here's the deal.
Oh, that's the funniest.
Here's the deal. So there was a couple football games, and I think he was going down. He was supposed to go down to Temescal Canyon High School.
Yes.
It was like Temescal Canyon against Temecula Valley, something like that. So he gets down there, and he shoots this game, and he comes back, and he gives me the video, and I'm trying to edit real quick for the show, and I said, hey, John, that doesn't look like Temescal Canyon. He's like, oh, that's Temescal. It's like, it is? I'm like, it doesn't really look like him. Who's the green team? They're playing Temecula Valley. The Temecula Valley's like black and yellow, maybe a little brown in there. He's like, no. He's like, I did everything. I got a shot of because I always give him specific instructions. He's like, I got a shot of the quarterback like you wanted. I asked the coach who's the star running back. I did all these things. It's like, you did? I'm like, because the video, it doesn't look like that. Come to find out, he was at the wrong game. He had no idea he was at the wrong game. He shot the whole thing. He was so proud of himself. He wasn't even in the right place.
God bless him. He's so funny, though.
Oh, Ja Rule.
Last time he came in, he was driving around the neighborhood playing Pokemon.
Yeah, he wasn't coming to see us. It was just the big Pikachu or something out front. And he's like, oh, I'm close to the radio station. Maybe I'll go say hi.
I would love to see Ja Rule come in here and light this room up again.
Light it up as in, like, bring his overwhelming personality.
I love it.
We love Ja Rule.
God, I'm telling you.
He's a character on the show.
He is. He's a real guy, though.
So I was thinking about this. Speaking of real guys, you know your brother's kind of a butthead, Justin.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a butthead.
And you say he has a radio show in New Hampshire with former St. Louis Cardinals ace.
Yes.
Is it Chris Carpenter?
It's one of those. It's one of the Carpenter. Yeah, the Carpenter.
Chris Carpenter.
Yes.
So that sounds like a big-time show, right? Chris Carpenter, former St. Louis Cardinals star, and your brother doing a radio show in New Hampshire?
Yeah, but it's Bedford and Manchester, New Hampshire.
I couldn't remember. I said I couldn't find anything.
We're gonna get him on the show next week.
But do they cover Manchester, right?
I believe
because your brother coaches at West Manchester.
He coaches at West Manchester, but I think Bedford is really kind of the hub.
Is that hub city of New Hampshire? Like we have Colton.
We have Colton.
Right? We have Colton here on the IE.
I love Colton.
What's up, Colton? We got you.
Yeah! We got you. But they have Bedford. Bedford is the Colton of New Hampshire.
It is. Very hoity-toity. Oh, unbelievable.
Lots of hubcaps on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Hub city.
Yeah, he's a hoity-toity guy.
But I was thinking, here's a good reason to get your brother on the show, because we were talking in the break that the Ontario Reign used to be an ECHL affiliate.
Okay.
So that's kind of like AA baseball if you want to try to put it in a rung below NHL. Manchester, New Hampshire, where your brother's a big radio star, even though I cannot find a single web link on Google. I Googled everything and nothing came up.
Bupkis.
But he's got a big show out there with Chris Carpenter of the St. Louis Cardinals. But apparently he does.
No commercials either, probably.
Nothing. Just a PSA.
Talk for an hour.
But Manchester was the American Hockey League affiliate for the Ontario Reign, but they switched because now the Kings can have their AHL affiliate, which is like AAA baseball.
And it's right next to them.
Right in their own backyard. That's exactly right.
Makes sense.
So now Manchester is the ECHL, and the Ontario Reign is the American Hockey League. So they basically just flipped.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. So are they an affiliate of the Boston Bruins?
No, I'm assuming it's still with the Kings, right? Manchester's got to be still with the Kings. They used to have a big lion face.
I got you.
They were the Manchester Monarchs, but it was the big lion face with the mane. That used to be their hockey sweaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's a good reason to talk to your brother. Be like, hey, how's the Manchester Monarchs doing? How'd they do this year? Are they going to win the Kelly Cup, or what's going on?
He won't have a clue. He doesn't know anything about hockey. All he knows is about his high school basketball.
Is that all they talk about?
And Lakers. And the Manchester River Cats.
Who's that?
That's the minor league baseball team.
Oh, they do?
It's a minor league team out there.
What affiliate is that?
I don't know.
What if, hey.
Probably independent league or something, but it's.
You know what? I'm going to look it up. If there may be a local guy from the Inland Empire that plays on that team.
Really?
Could be.
Bingo!
I'm going to look that up right now.
The Manchester River Cats. So we'll check it out. But now tell me.
What's a river cat?
Cat
that lives by the river?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's like a little wild cat.
Can you noodle those?
Can he noodle?
No, you just grab them. You just grab them.
No, but do they noodle?
No, they just grab your arm with their claws.
I'll tell you exactly what a river cat is as soon as I get this crack in here.
So I want to know
Sacramento's the River Cats, too, for AAA baseball. Sacramento River Cats.
You ever seen a river cat while you were...
back in New Hampshire?
Well, when you're noodling.
No. The only things I ever see, though...
Wait, are they the New Hampshire Fisher Cats?
Fisher Cats!
Fisher Cats.
Fisher Cats. That's it. I knew it was some kind of cat. I've only been back there a couple times. It's a horrible place. It's too cold. It's just a wretched place. It's like Dagobah.
Dagobah, where Yoda was hanging out, right?
It's just wretched. And then it snows in the winter.
We're going to find a local connection. I'm going to go through these names. There's got to be something that we could talk to your brother about.
I texted him today and said, Joe Kelly's a UC Riverside guy. You need to talk to him. And he says, oh, yeah, he's a pretty good player.
Because they cover Boston, right?
Yeah.
Or they talk about Boston.
I would imagine
Again,
so.
They don't cover Boston because we're talking about some little podunk radio show in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire.
Like the old KUCR or whatever it used to be. They used to have these little AM stations here in Riverside that.
Not like us.
No.
We're big time.
We're Fox Sports.
But I want to ask your brother about my guy, Yutaka Fukafuji.
Whoa! Hit the dump button!
Get the dump button. I just said Fukafuji.
Who's Yutaka Fukafuji?
Before Shohei Ohtani, there was Yutaka Fukafuji. He was the first Japanese-born goaltender to make it to the NHL. He went from...
Oh, he did play in the NHL.
He did. He went from the ECHL to the Manchester Monarchs, so I'm sure your brother knows all about him.
No.
Because nobody knows Manchester, New Hampshire sports like your brother and his big radio show.
Nobody.
So I want to ask your brother... Hey, remember Yutaka Fukafuji? Like, what did you think of him? Can you mad? Hey, he made it to the NHL. What do you think about that? He made history. What do you think your brother would say?
Who's Yutaka Fukafuji?
Yutaka Fukafuji.
Yutaka Fukafuji.
I don't think he's going to know Yutaka Fukafuji.
Now, you were saying some of these names of these teams during the break that I thought you were just throwing out names.
No, they're real teams.
Like, there was a couple funky names you had.
The Charlotte Checkers, the Wheelie Nailers.
Wheelie Nailers? The Baby Penguins?
The Gwinnett Gladiators.
Are they the Baby Penguins, you said?
Wilkes Barre Scranton. Yeah.
Baby Penguins. And they look like little baby penguins?
Like picture a penguin.
Yeah.
But a baby.
Is it on their sweater?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, like in the circle.
I really got to get into this minor league stuff. I love minor league.
The minor league sports are awesome, and I love the minor league towns. Like, I want to say New Jersey, the Trenton, there's a Trenton, New Jersey one. Like the Boardwalk Bullies, something like that. They always come up with a crazy, like.
I had a roommate from Trenton, just a random roommate, and he, no joke, he was from Trenton, New Jersey, and he would curse every other word. It was just part of his vernacular.
It was like living with Snoop Dogg.
I lived with him for about 4 months.
Or John Ramey.
He worked at a bar. He was a bar back at a bar, and he would come home at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. He rented a room from me. He was from Trenton, New Jersey, and he would curse. Every other word was the F-bomb. Every other word. He used it as a
you guys
vowel,
totally got along.
An adjective. No, I mean, it was like my mom and dad came to visit, and they were like, "Who's this guy?" Hey, nice to effing meet you, Mr.
You're like, whoa, hold on, it's my mom and dad.
So he had a short-lived career hanging out with the Gorham.
Put a filter on that.
Yeah.
When we come back, NBA Major League Baseball talk. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez, and we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips, and power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. You know, we all want to be powerful, strong athletes, so we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So his arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended, and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, on my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
she looked like Janet Jackson.
Ooh, no, she didn't go there.
Yeah, got the call looking more like Freddie Jackson.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE. 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You drive right past it. All right, Jeff. I hate to do this to our boy Mike Lindskog and the Quakes.
What do we got to do to him?
They've hit some hard times.
Oh, are they a Dodger affiliate? Yes.
They are. You know, there's something in the family.
The correlation between the two, they seem to be running parallel with one another.
They're identical. It's like looking in the mirror. The Quakes and the Dodgers struggling. But don't panic. Greg's not going to panic.
They got next year.
I'm not going to panic. They got next year.
They got next year. That was me.
No, they still have. Listen, that's the beauty of the Cal League. They break it up into 2 seasons, like 2 halves. So even if you do bad in the first half, it's okay. You get a clean slate in the second half.
So do you win like a first half? Do you have like a first half champion?
A first half champion, yes.
So what do you get?
A big championship.
I guarantee through the playoffs.
Yeah, and a big championship.
So what if you win both? Then there's only one team that goes to the playoffs?
I think they pick 2 wild cards.
Oh. Okay.
I think the way they do it was like, right, Greg, the first half champ, the second half champ, and a wild card team.
Do they play 162 games?
No, they play like 140.
Oh, so they play a bunch of games too. Then.
Yeah, they play a lot. So their season starts like a week after the Major League Baseball season, and then it ends like first week of September. That's when the playoffs start.
All right.
So when you're studying all your AHL,
I'm going to know it this weekend.
Study up on the Cal League.
I'll do that next week.
But the Quakes, they lost last night right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. They were mounting a comeback in the bottom of the 9th. I know Greg was listening to it. Came up a run short. They lost to the Inland Empire 66ers by a score of 5-4. I could hear the heartbreak in Mike Lindskog's voice last night. It was palpable.
But
could
you know
not
what?
Believe it.
They did come back in the 9th, so it's a promising team, man. I mean, it was a good game, and tonight.
I'm going to have Greg do the pep talks for the Quakes.
Yeah,
guys, it was one game.
It was one game.
We're going to bounce back. We're not going to panic.
Yeah, put a speaker right in the middle of the locker room.
Yeah.
And then Greg can call in and do his thing. And it'll just be a faceless voice coming from a speaker.
Holla.
Yes.
Holla needs to holla at
like
you.
Charlie, like you could be like Charlie. Like Charlie.
Holla needs to holla at you. So the Quakes back on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM tonight. I'm going to guess 6:50 pregame. 6:50 pregame, man. Like the sun rising in the east. You turn to Fox Sports IE at 6:50, and it's going to be the Golden Pipes of Mike Lindskog trying to call a big win out there at Lone Mart Field for the Quakes. Take it on the Inland Empire 66ers. Jeff, speaking of minor league baseball, I hate to harp on your brother, Justin. Because I know he's a big fan of our show, even though I've never heard of his.
No.
But you know his team, the old Fisher Cats that he covers. Does he cover them real hard?
I don't think so.
It's too bad because you know what? I'm looking at the names on his roster. Not his roster, but the Fisher Cats roster.
Is there anybody from?
But listen, here's some of the last names on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Your brother is sitting on a gold mine, and he has no idea.
Oh, okay.
If he really does have a show, he has no idea.
He really does.
Okay, here's the last names on a couple of the players on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Because if these guys were out here playing for the Quakes, Mike Lindskog would be losing his mind right now.
They are a bastion of great names.
One of the pitchers has the last name Fisk.
Carlton?
He's got the last name Fisk. Ooh. Connor Fisk. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say there's probably some relation there.
Wow, that's a good one.
We also have a guy with the last name Bichette. Remember Dante Bichette?
Yes.
Big-time home run hitter.
I wonder if.
We've got another one with the last name Biggio.
Could be Craig's.
His name's Cavan. I'm going to guess there's a relation there.
Whoa, same initials. Is it Cavan, you said?
Yeah, Cavan.
Oh, yeah, could be.
And then we also have a Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
He does. That is his son. He's the guy that was in the minor leagues that hit that home run.
He hit the walk-off home run.
Toronto.
Yes.
Was it
Montreal? It was Montreal Olympic
yes.
Stadium.
Awesome.
Your brother is sitting on a gold mine. What is he doing?
Who knows? He doesn't call me back, though. He's one of those brothers who goes, hey, you call him. I try to call him every day after the show. Every day, 9 o'clock.
What's he busy doing?
He'll answer the phone and goes, hey, can I call you right back? And I go, yeah, sure. Call me right back.
And he never calls.
So
Never. He Hollywoods me. His daughter's out here. She's a big-time actress. His son's a jazz musician. They're out of the house. He's an empty nester. Why can't he not call his brother back?
Is his radio show just too consuming for him?
It's so consuming.
Dude, he's got a Fisk. He's got a Bichette. He's got a Biggio. And he's got Vlad Guerrero Jr. We just produced his show, if he really has one, for next week.
And think about it this way. Do you think minor league teams have a tendency to do things to market? Do you think they might have, this could be possibility of being family members other than Vladimir? I bet you they are.
They've got to be.
That's
I don't
pretty
think it's
sweet.
by chance. What affiliate? Let me look this up. There's got to be some affiliation here. Let's see.
Well, who did Vladimir Jr. play for when he hit that home run? Was it
Toronto? Yeah, so they're the AA affiliate for Toronto. Wow. So that's actually above the Cal League. It's one step above the Cal League.
That means that Tim Tebow is probably in that area as well, right?
Yeah, Tebow plays for Binghamton, right? I think that's the Mets AA affiliate.
Yeah. So are they in the same league then?
Let's look it up.
That would be another thing he
They're
could be.
in the Eastern League. I'm going to look that up. He might have Tim Tebow out there in the middle of New Hampshire.
Have you ever thought about this? Tim Tebow could be the king of the minor leagues. He could be a stud playing AA baseball, and then after baseball season's over, he could go down and play minor league football.
He could.
How that team that he wants to play, that they want him in Florida, how awesome would that be that he would be the king of minor league sports?
I would do it because I would never want to look back and be like, when my body was in its prime and healthy and strong, could I have done it? I just wouldn't want to look back and be like, man, I probably should have given that a shot. No regrets kind of a thing.
Oh, I thought he was good when he played. His last stint was with Denver. I thought he was great.
Yeah. Then he briefly signed with the Patriots. Then he briefly signed with what I think it was the Jets, right? So, but he really didn't see much action there. His heyday was with the
He
Denver
had an arm of noodle at the time, but he was still Tim Tebow, and he was Mr. Heisman.
Oh, look at this. So, New Hampshire, the Fisher Cats, your brother's team, first place right now at 6-1. Hot start out there.
They got all those major leaguers' kids
in Manchester. Yeah, I'm sure your brother's talking all about this team. And the second place team, though, the Rumble Ponies from Binghamton, Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's coming to town.
Dude,
does your brother even know that?
Probably
Does he
not.
even have a show?
Oh, he has a show. I don't know if we could call it a show. We are kind of being mean to him, though. My parents are probably listening, and they're going to turn off our show.
Dude.
And then I'm going to get a phone call
Tim
from my
Tebow's
mom.
coming to his town. If we had Tim Tebow at Lone Mart Field,
we'd be there. It would be packed. It's got to be packed.
Mike Linskog would lose his mind. He would paint on a tuxedo to look his very best and roll out the red carpet for Tim Tebow.
Well, we saw, Trout last year came out here, my buddy, and that place was packed. The 66ers was packed last year. It was to the rafters packed. And he didn't even do anything. Everybody went nuts for old Mikey Trout, my buddy. He's my friend.
You guys fist bumped.
We did. We're very good. I interviewed him.
Oh, see the Rumble Ponies. So they got a big thing on their homepage. It says Tebow time.
But is he still one for like 50?
It doesn't matter. He's Tim Tebow.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna find out exactly when they play. I want you to text your brother and be like, hey, you're covering this, right? This is big time. You know there's a Fisk and a Bichette and a Biggio and a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on your team?
I texted him.
Does he even know about the Fisher Cats?
Oh, he knows about that. That's how I knew about it. I said, what station? He hasn't answered me. He didn't even read it. I'm telling you, man, he's kind of a flaky big brother. He used to be the best.
How does he even do a radio show? I want to hear his radio show. Is it as good as this?
I think he has.
Because we're having a really good show today. Is it good as this?
No, it's not nearly as good as this. I have heard it. He did have. I'm going to see if he has anything cataloged, and I wonder if we could play it.
But that's the problem. I can't find anything on the internet.
I'm telling you,
know
he
what?
has a show.
Jeff, you could find anything on the internet. Like anything. If you're like, you know what? I want to find a polka dotted sloth in Cambodia that I can maybe buy. I could find it probably. I can't find this guy's show.
I'm telling you, he has a show. It's not a big-time affiliate, but he has a show.
I am looking for a very rare 100-year-old aged cheese in Greece. I can find that. I can't find your brother's show.
You know what this almost sounds like? It sounds like if you live back east and you came to California to be a movie star, And you're like, you tell your parents, everybody, I'm a movie star, and you're really not.
And you're not.
No.
Nobody knows.
I think this is where it's going.
I kind of feel like Jeff is Big Bird, and he's telling everyone that Snuffleupagus is real.
Yeah,
and everyone's
I'm
like,
getting thrown under
no,
the
we've
bus
never
here.
seen. I don't
How
think so.
dare you? I'm getting thrown under the bus. I'm going to have my dad call in just to say that he was.
You're going to have him call it. Do it.
You say, Dad? Tell everybody that my big brother.
What's
has
it called?
I don't
Is it called
know.
like the Justin Gorham show?
No, I don't know what it's called.
Is it called like the New Hampshire on Fire show?
I don't know, but my parents are probably going to be so mad we're talking about it.
Score 'em with Gorham.
Score and Gorham. Oh, no. I'm going to find out.
Some catchy name taking over New Hampshire.
Yeah, Radio New Hampshire.
I'm going to ask him about Yutaka Fukafuji.
He won't
And
know
if he's never heard of Yutaka Fukafuji, I'm going to be really mad because I know he does not cover local sports in New Hampshire.
Oh,
he's really dropped the ball, the puck in this case. Seriously, we love the rain. We love the Ontario rain. We're going to be talking rain playoff hockey. We're on the rain train as we go into the Calder Cup playoffs. I don't think he even knows about the Kelly Cup playoffs.
He doesn't.
He has no idea.
But I am going to know everything by next week, and I am going to get the answers of my brother's radio show by Monday.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to get him to call in. He wouldn't call in the other day, though, on National Sibling Day.
National Sibling Day.
He hasn't been a very good big brother as of late. And now my parents are probably sad, and I'm going to have to call and tell them.
Your parents get mad that I'm always bashing them?
Probably.
It's kind of a butthead.
I'm not going to lie, he's kind of a butthead, but yeah. Yeah, I think they would be a little upset. We're going to lose 2 listeners.
I mean, because if you Google inland sports,
it's all over the place.
Go ahead, get a coffee, sit down for a while, because you're going to be there all day finding all these great videos and pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you search Justin Gorham, New Hampshire,
nothing.
Radio star.
Because I'm trying to look it up, too.
There's nothing,
But I do know he's had it because I have heard it before. It was a few months ago, but I did listen to him.
If I wanted to find a sheep wool poncho handcrafted in Chile, I could find that, but I can't find your brother's radio show.
Stop bashing my brother, man.
I'm just messing with him.
I love Justin Gorham sometimes.
I don't think he knows how big the inland sports show
he doesn't.
is.
He honestly, I think he thinks that we're just a tiny little radio show here.
Like his.
In the Inland
How
Empire.
old
Like
is
his.
he?
He is
Like how many years?
4 years older than I am.
Okay.
So he's 51.
I'm going to drop Fukafuji on him. If he doesn't know Fukafuji, we're going to have a problem.
He won't know who Fukafuji
If he doesn't
is.
even know there's a Biggio and a Bichette, or Tim Tebow's coming to town.
He better know.
Again, if we had Tim Tebow over here, Mike Linskog would be in a tuxedo with sunglasses on, with a red carpet going straight down to Lone Mart Field.
All I see is Gorham, New Hampshire. Because there is a Gorham, New Hampshire. Did you know that?
Named after you?
No, God, no.
Named after your brother?
There is a Gorham University.
There is?
Yes, there is.
Oh.
In Gorham, New Hampshire.
School of scholars.
Yeah, no.
A lot of smart guys.
A lot of
brain scholarships.
A lot of guys with big brains. Big brains.
All right, so Jeff, you do your thing. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk NBA basketball. We will look at some of these first-round matchups. And we're also, this is a real treat, we're going to hear from Lonzo Ball.
We are?
Lonzo Ball talking about his first season under his belt with the Lakers, and what a season it was. So he's getting ready for his sophomore year in the purple and gold. We'll hear from Lonzo Ball and NBA playoffs when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
How you guys doing? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip, we're going to get football specific with the 40-yard dash dance. Come check it out. Okay, so first things first, we're going to establish Andrew's footing. All right, now, he has his left foot up in his 40 stance, so what we're going to do is he's going to take his left foot, his left toe, and he's going to bring it back to his right heel. All right, now he's going to take his right toe and bring it to his left heel. All right, next he's going to take that right foot, he's going to bring it about hip width. Now, depending on if you're a skill player, receiver, DB, or if you're a lineman, a bigger guy like Andrew is here, you may want to go a little bit wider, all right, because they usually have bigger thighs here. So he's going to go a little bit wider hip width. Now he's going to take that right toe, he's going to move it back about 4 to 6 inches. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now he's going to take his right hand, he's going to place it right behind the line. He's going to take his left hand and place it right above the line. All right, now he's going to dig his feet in, get his footing. We want to really load the hips, knees, and ankles here. And And what we're looking for is a deep bend in the ankles and a nice angle with the shins here. We want to try to keep that shin nice, almost parallel to the floor. So what's going to happen, he's going to keep his nose to his knee. He's going to stay nice and low. When I say set, Andrew's going to bring that left arm higher than his hip. He's going to slightly elevate his hips higher than his knees. Now, you never want to hold your 40 stands any longer than about 3 seconds. So it's going to be very quick, all right? Here we go. Set. Go. There you have it, 40-yard dash stands.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Hey, the Beach Boys.
I love the Beach Boys.
Down with the Beach Boys. Hey, are you fired up? The NBA playoffs start tomorrow.
I'm bummed just because the Lakers are not in it again, but my second favorite team is in it. And I'll tell you what, they're ready, baby. Steph Curry will be ready by the end of the series, and they're going to be just fine.
You know, I got all excited because I was on Instagram, and I saw somebody put out a post that Kawhi Leonard returning for Game 1 against the Warriors.
Stop it.
And I thought to myself, April Fools? Or like, what's going on? So, of course, I looked everywhere else, and I couldn't find anything else. I'm like, who would be that cruel to go on there and get everyone excited that Kawhi Leonard's going to come back?
I don't think you're allowed to actually play unless you've played a certain amount of games. There's funky rules to that. But Kawhi Leonard, though, is getting a lot of support here. I don't know if you noticed that.
He is?
A lot of guys are saying that he works harder than anybody in the NBA, and anybody that's questioning him and his work ethic need to go to hell is basically what people are saying. The guy works out with him in San Diego said just that. Said, hey, look, he should be playing. He can't because if he works as hard as he does, his body is just not working for him. So he shouldn't be playing. But the guy did say he works harder than anyone off the court. He's just not playing right now.
I was hoping that, something on Kawhi Leonard, like, hey, he might come back. If the Spurs can advance to the second round, it might buy him enough time to come back. I can't find anything.
Nothing.
There's nothing out there. Kind of like,
he's done for the year. Then I think he is. Just like my brother.
Stop it! Jeff, I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it. I went online. I couldn't find nothing about Kawhi Leonard.
I'm going to have family issues tonight. I'm going to be driving home.
I didn't say it. I didn't say anything about that.
Just stop
it. I let it go.
Just stop.
But tomorrow, the very first game of the NBA playoffs, it's an afternoon showdown up there in the East Bay, where they love the San Jose Sharks. It's the Golden State Warriors taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Is there any chance without Kawhi Leonard that the Spurs could even make this a series?
No.
There's no chance?
No chance.
Not even a little bit?
No, because who does San Antonio have? San Antonio has
Patty Mills.
They got Patty Mills. They've got
Obi-Wan Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili.
He's like 40 years old, still throwing down dunks.
You got Tony Parker. Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is playing well, and you've got the aging Pau Gasol. The young legs, the way that the Warriors are still playing, even though they don't have Steph Curry, they still have Kevin Durant, they still have Klay Thompson, and they have Draymond Green. That's a pretty good threesome right there.
Yeah, I want to see San Antonio push them a little bit, but without Kawhi, I just don't see it happening.
No, and you look at the big guys that the San Antonio Spurs have. Look at JaVale McGee's not a great player, but he's an athlete, and he's going to cause problems for those slow big guys of San Antonio. Pau Gasol can't guard him, and I do not see LaMarcus Aldridge trying to guard that post just because he's so quick, and you can't get him in foul trouble. So I think it's going to be a clean sweep. I think that will be the needed rest for Steph Curry to come back.
Is old Swaggy P, does he still play for G-State?
He does.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Is he like the sixth man? Does he come off the bench pretty quick?
Well, that's the problem with the Golden State Warriors this year, is their bench has been always, think about the bench, the legendary best bench for the last few years has been Iguodala, has just been great. He's the only guy, though, now.
Yeah.
They have nobody coming off the bench. You have the big guy, Zach Pachulia, is that his name? Yeah, those are two pretty good bigs, JaVale McGee and Zach Pachulia. But other than that, they don't have much of a bench that can score. Swaggy P is so streaky. If he's not hitting, you're not.
Sean Livingston
Livingston's another guy that's pretty good, but he's been a little banged up this year too. Their bench though has been the worst in the Western Conference, and that's pretty uncharacteristic of a Golden State Warriors team.
Yeah, because they had great bench play. Who was the big guy they had? The big body? Was it Spates?
It's Spates. You had Bogut.
Bogut.
Yeah, they had some really quality big guys.
They did. They had a great bench.
Yeah, great bench, and they were, in fact, 2 years. They're 2 years removed from being the highest scoring bench in the NBA.
But I guess the one good thing, if you glass half full kind of a deal, Golden State had so many injuries to their all-star players that the guys on the bench were forced to get minutes. I mean, they had to get playing time, so at least they're a little battle-tested going into the playoffs. They've seen a lot of action coming down the home stretch.
Yeah, they have, and you would think that would help them and benefit them come playoff time. We're going to actually see, because they have been the guys that have been the everyday blue-collar players when all of the starters were out. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Durantula, those guys had to fill in. Maybe we'll get something from that bench just to make it a quick series, because you got to rest those bodies. Those guys, Steph Curry's knee hopefully will get better. You need that time off.
Still holding out hope that the series will go back to San Antonio, and Kawhi Leonard's going to come running out in his Jumpman Air Jordan Nikes.
Like Willis Reed.
Like Willis Reed with the Knicks, right?
Yes.
I don't remember the year.
No, it was before you and I were born, I believe.
Long time ago.
Yeah, very long time ago.
But I'm holding out hope. But I don't see it's going to happen. I think San Antonio is going to lose in the first round. That'll be that. And then, like you accurately predicted months ago, Kawhi Leonard's not going to see the floor again. He's done.
No, and I honestly don't see him leaving San Antonio and leaving that amount of money on the table, because they're going to offer him that money.
Because he has one more year on his current deal.
One more on his current deal.
But they would probably want to lock him up, right?
Yeah, every team would. If you have a big star and you want to keep them forever, you offer them that contract the day after their contract year starts. So I think I said July 11th is when they can go, hey, at midnight we're going to give you this, and it's going to be $229 million. Why would you say no to that? When
why would you say no?
$70 million less is what everyone else can offer you.
You would have to be very ticked off at that franchise to be like, no thanks.
$70 million? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money that he would leave on the table.
Yeah.
And he's not a big, he's not an endorsement guy. He's not somebody that's going to go out and sell you anything, because he doesn't talk. Maybe gloves. He has giant hands.
I heard on another radio show yesterday, they were talking about Kawhi Leonard, and they're like, yeah, if he would just come out and talk to the media and have like a press conference with the team, with Popovich, and say everything's okay, it would be fine. I'm like, are they listening to our show? That's what we've been saying for months.
And he's just not that guy. I mean,
he's not.
If you can't get your own teammates to kind of, there's been a few guys.
Do we even know where he's at right now? Is he in New York still?
No, who knows? Because
rehabbing on his own? Like, we have no idea where he's even at.
You've heard some reports that he's been out of town. You have some reports that he shows up to every practice, just sits in the locker room during games. So you never know what you get with Kawhi Leonard.
If I was Kawhi, just to put my stamp of approval on this team and in the San Antonio franchise, it's the playoffs. Just sit at the end of the bench. Put on a suit. Sit at the end of the bench. You don't have to wear a tie. Just something nice. Sit on the end of the bench.
And as a coach, and you have your best players showing up to games, that does give you a boost. It gives the guys that are busting their butts for you, it gives them a boost.
Because it has been a splinter in the team. Because guess who is showing up to practice? Guess who is having to answer the questions? Where's Kawhi? When's he going to come back? Is he really hurt? Does he want to play for this team? It's all the other guys. Come back, man.
It's every guy in that team, including Coach Popovich. A lot of people say, people really kind of knock Popovich, but yet we were talking 5 years ago, he was the greatest coach in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody was praising him. But now the newer generation of ball players are all saying the same thing. He's too hard. He's Pat Riley. He's Chuck Daly. He's that guy that no one wants to play for now. Maybe the time is right, maybe for Greg Popovich to step down. I hate to say it. I'm an old school coach, but young guys now are hard to coach.
I just have a hard time picturing San Antonio without Popovich, or like the Patriots without Belichick. I just can't picture them with anybody else for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's silly. It's a weird situation. And look at the coaching tree. The coaching tree that he's had. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was a longtime assistant for Greg Popovich. And the coach for the Philadelphia 76ers, he was a disciple of Coach Popovich. There are guys in the NBA that are doing great coaching-wise, but he's just one of those guys. He's an old codger, an old Pat Riley type, demanding of his players, demanding of their time, demanding of practice. And guys just are so entitled, they don't want to play for guys like him anymore.
So that's definitely a Western Conference playoff series that we're going to watch, Golden State and San Antonio. Over in the East, Joel Embiid is out for Game 1 for Philadelphia, so they're not going to be full strength against Miami. But I feel like if they can get past Miami in the first round and get Embiid back, because we don't know how long he'll be out for, we just know that first Game 1. But if Philly can advance, Jeff, we've talked about this. I feel like the East is wide open. In fact, I'll say this. I think this year's NBA playoffs could be the most exciting and competitive that we've seen in years. Because as dominant as Golden State's been, They're not healthy. And Houston, they were the best team during the regular season, but for whatever reason, I'm just not quite completely sold on the Rockets, even though they have the best team with the best player.
Well, I think you're not sold on the Rockets because you always remember your last playoff game. And remember that last playoff game, James Harden put up a goose egg. He was averaging, 35 plus in the playoffs. And then when it came down to elimination time, he disappeared. He didn't even score in the second half of that last game. So you're always remembered for your last playoff game. And even though you add CP3, that's still going to be on the mind of the very good players. It's going to be on the mind of James Harden because that's what you remember last about him.
Do you remember at the beginning of the season when the Rockets got Chris Paul and they were saying, you know what? James Harden and CP3, I don't know if they can coexist. There's
that
only
was me.
one ball.
I was one of those guys.
And look what happened. Maybe James Harden's going to be a different guy in the playoffs. Maybe he will be that go-to guy.
I mean, you would like to think so, and you got to really take your hats off to Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni, remember, he was a Laker guy.
Short-lived. They stunk.
But
the Lakers.
The reason that they stunk is that they had a general manager, and no offense to Mitch Kupchak, but you bring in Mike D'Antoni, you've got to have the kind of guys that can run that system. It's a run and gun system.
Exactly.
You only had Kobe Bryant in his late years.
What, Dwight Howard?
Dwight Howard was a guy that you couldn't depend on to run the floor. If he didn't get the ball, he didn't play.
Yep, he
was like one of those receivers, a number one receiver that will stop running routes if he doesn't get the ball. You've got to be able to run the offense. You got to be able to run the floor. But guys have bought into it. You've a very athletic center. Capella's very, very good in that system because he's the fastest guy on the floor. He's 7 feet tall. And you got CP3 who can lead the break. And James Harden, I think, is the best offensive player in the NBA. Not the best player, but the best offensive player. Probably the best scorer we've seen since Kobe Bryant.
Do you think that Houston and Golden State are just on a collision course to meet in the Western Conference Finals? Because if you look at just the way the regular season ended out west, there was Houston, there was G-State, and then there was everybody else. It was a log jam. Everyone else was pretty even from 3 through 8 in the Western Conference. They were pretty much even. It was a battle to see who was going to finish in that third spot, and it was Portland. But really, we've talked about this before, Golden State and Houston were head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah, I think... I still think that if you are the defending world champs, you're going to be pretty good because you were playoff tested. They've been playoff tested, the fourth year right now, as they've been to 3 championships, and this is their 4th year. They're battle tested. I wouldn't put it past, though, Minnesota taking a couple games from the Rockets because Minnesota has the horses just as many to put up a lot of points and could upset them and push it to a 5 or 6 game series.
I think this is going to be ultra competitive. I think Houston's going to be tough. I think Golden State, if they're not at full strength, it could be interesting. I don't think San Antonio is going to beat them in the first round. But if Golden State is not healthy throughout the playoffs, if Steph Curry, even when he comes back, if he doesn't look like Steph Curry, I think it's going to be tough for Golden State. I don't think it's going to be like an easy walkthrough to the Western Conference Finals. I think they're going to be in some battles. And over in the East, I really have no idea. You could tell me, maybe outside of Washington, I'm not a big fan of the Wizards for whatever reason. You could tell me, let's say Milwaukee. If you told me Milwaukee versus Philadelphia would be your Eastern Conference Finals, I'd be like, okay. Or if you told me it's going to be Cleveland against Toronto in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see that. I just feel like the East is so wide open. LeBron James is still the best player on the planet, but his team stinks. There are 4 in the East.
Yeah, and they have really they're a 2-player ball club. A lot of people rip on, Kevin Love. He seems to be the scapegoat for that team, but let's think of it this way. Before they brought in Isaiah Thomas, he was averaging 22 plus a game. When you brought in Isaiah Thomas, he dropped down to 15, just under 15 points a game. He is a great player. Remember, he was in Minnesota. Was it Minnesota?
Yeah, he was a stud in Minnesota.
He had 30 rebounds in a game. He was averaging 20 and 15.
When he was in Minnesota, you could make a case he's like one of the top 5 players in the NBA at the time.
He was averaging 25 and 20 almost.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was crazy good.
Incredible player. He's one of those guys. He's a workhorse, but other than LeBron James and Kevin Love, who do you have? You have the Laker guys that we got rid of.
Jordan Clarkson.
Larry Nance Jr.
Larry Nance Jr.
You got Tristan Thompson, who's not a player.
J.R. Smith, who's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, And then the other guy, the guy that had the big high top fade. Schumpert. Yeah, Schumpert.
Is it him?
Yeah, he's not a player.
No.
I mean, they don't have a ball club. I don't think that is battle tested. I think they have a shot to get to the championship, but there's no way they beat anybody from the.
And they were
West.
saying that they haven't played defense all year, but in the playoffs, they're going to flip the switch and they're going to lock down on D.
And we did see a bit of that. You know, we saw them down 30 to Philadelphia this week. After playing a back-to-back, they were down 17 the night before, came back and won. And then they almost beat Philadelphia, being down 30 in the first half. LeBron James goes off for 35 points in that second half for that narrow loss that they lost at the buzzer.
We'll see how it plays out. Begins tomorrow, the NBA playoffs, and we'll see who comes out of the East. I think it's going to be competitive. And in the West, I feel like Houston and Golden State, a collision course. Like someone's going to have to disrupt them, be a roadblock, because I just feel like those are easily the top two teams out West right now. Can you imagine if Oklahoma City put it together all of a sudden with all that talent? Got hot? I don't see that happening, but
they could. I mean, heck, if you can put together, you have three really good offensive players. Paul George is phenomenal. Carmelo Anthony, never been sold on Carmelo Anthony other than when he was in college. That's the only time you've seen him win. And you have Russell Westbrook, who I think is, incredible specimen, but your point guard shouldn't be your leading rebounder. That guy needs to be out on the break, running the floor. Guys need to step up, and you're not going to get that from Carmelo Anthony.
Speaking of a team's best player, when we come back, we're going to talk to Lonzo Ball of the Lakers.
What? Who's best player?
The Lakers.
No, he's not even close.
Lonzo Ball. He had his big, what they call it, like the exit interview. You know, they talk to the team, they talk to the media before they go off and do their vacations or go to Lithuania or whatever they do. Who knows what they do? But Lonzo Ball talking to the media, getting ready for his first offseason as the Lakers' best player. We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
I beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
The biggest summer of his life.
Yeah.
Who?
Thank
That's
God
what
it's
Magic
Friday.
Johnson said to Lonzo Ball. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. It's been a wonderful show. We sympathize for all our IE fans out there sitting in that miserable traffic as all these hipsters are on their way to Coachella to go watch the yodeling boy from Walmart.
Hey, you would love to see that guy, though.
To be honest, like my wife cracks up because every time I hear that yodeling boy, it puts a smile on my face.
You like that little
You know what
guy.
I really love? What I really love is when there's videos out there on Twitter where they announce Kike Hernandez of the Dodgers. They're like, now batting, Kike Hernandez. Yodeling, and the crowd just goes nuts, and everyone's screaming because he's got the yodeling boys, the walk-up music.
Well, you said tonight he's opening Coachella.
I don't know if he's opening, but he's out there. He's got Coachella today.
And the Grand Ole Opry.
And the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow. That's what it said on TMZ. Didn't you see that? That's where you get your news.
You know, I was very busy today. I have not gone to my frequent.
Your number one source.
No, I've been a little under the weather, to say the least, and I have not wanted to look at anything. I've just wanted to close my eyes and go to bed. It's been a rough day.
Well, it's miserable out there. If you're sitting in traffic, I hope we're helping you pass the time a little bit here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We are the Inland Sports Show every single day, 3 to 6 p.m. Jeff Gorham, Greg Holla. I'm Pep Fernandez. Okay, so we were talking about Lonzo Ball having the biggest summer of his life coming up. I mean, this is big.
Yeah, why would it be the biggest summer of his life? Magic said this?
Yeah, he said, listen, Lonzo, get ready for the biggest summer of your life because, A, he's got to bounce back from all these injuries. He was all beat up. He was soft. He was fragile.
He had a shoulder injury that kept him out of 15 games and then 9 games with a knee bruise, as they said. Not a contusion.
I think he missed a total of 30 games.
Yeah,
I think in total.
yeah.
If he was a box sitting on your front porch from FedEx, it would say handle with care. Fragile.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a leader out there. He wasn't vocal. He wasn't aggressive. You know, I heard an interview with Jason Kidd, and then somebody compared him to Jason Kidd. And Jason Kidd took offense to it.
Sure.
He said,
Jason Kidd was good.
Jason Kidd said,
he was your roommate.
Yeah, and he said, I'm a Hall of Famer. That's exactly what he said. I'm a Hall of Famer. Don't compare me to a guy who's a rookie. And he said, well, his numbers are comparable to yours as a rookie. And he said, no, I wanted to be a part of every single play. Lonzo Ball passes the ball and disappears. I have to tend to agree with that. Jason Kidd has a bad jump shot, always had, but he was always involved in every single play. Once he got rid of it, he did other things to make his team better. He was a vocal guy. He set picks. He rebounded. He did everything he was supposed to. We have yet to see that from Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball needs to turn a corner. He needs to get healthy. He needs to step his game up.
He needs to lift some weight.
He needs to get bigger and stronger. And L.A., the Lakers could go out and get some free agents. So that's why it could be a very huge summer coming up for the Lakers. Kind of a make or break because really they drafted Lonzo Ball number 2 overall. They basically said, we're going to build the franchise around you. You're a local guy. You're the number 2 overall pick. Because if you look at the Lakers roster, there's no franchise players.
No.
I mean, I hate to say it, but Lonzo Ball is probably the closest thing they have to it, just in terms of potential.
Notoriety, potential.
Yeah, potential,
yes.
You know.
But you have Jason Hart, another very good player, was a Villanova player. You got Kyle Kuzma. You have Brandon Ingram. Those guys are going to be better because those guys work. Kuzma was probably their best rookie. He was the steal of the draft. We're not talking about Lonzo Ball in the same breath as Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma has been their staple rookie all season long.
You want to hear from Lonzo?
I do.
Let's hear from Lonzo Ball talking to the media before he makes his way to some undisclosed vacation site. Here's Lonzo. Hold on. He's coming. He's going to be here in just a second. He's always late. You know, he didn't have his big baller high tops.
Oh, yeah. He's got his entourage coming in.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but Lonzo, we'll say this. I know Magic wants the best for Lonzo, but guess what? He's not Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson came into the league as a dominant, vocal, leader. We never saw that from Alonzo Ball once this year. He was not that guy that was going to get in your players' faces to make them better.
And here's the deal, too. They asked Kyle Kuzma, like, why did he step up in a leadership role? And I know he was saying this to be funny and kind of tongue-in-cheek, but he said, well, look around. Brandon Ingram says about 2 words all year. Apparently, he's very, very quiet.
Very quiet guy.
And Lonzo Ball's like looks and acts like 14 years old. What do you expect? Somebody had to step up. It was Kyle Kuzma this year.
And Julius Randle was really that leadership role.
All right. Is Lonzo ready?
I'm ready. Let's see.
Are you ready, Lonzo? He says he's ready. Here's Lonzo Ball.
Are you going to be following along? Like, are you excited to see what happens this summer in terms of like who they get and who they bring in to join you guys?
For me, I can't really worry about that. I mean, that's not my job to bring people in here. My job is to get as good as I can for next year and help the team any way I can. So I'm kind of just focusing on me. This summer, not really worried about who we bring in.
Coming into the season, one of the things people said about you was that some of the pressure that was on you was to show guys like LeBron and Paul George that you were ready for them. Do you think you did that, and did you feel any of that pressure at any point this season?
No, the way I play is just to tell my team win. So like I said, I'm not really worried about who's not here. I'm worried about the guys that are here, and I just did what I could to help my team out. So whether it be LeBron, Paul George, or whoever, they liked it, they liked it. If they didn't, they didn't.
I just feel like Lonzo Ball doesn't care about anything. He's like, whatever. I'll play for whatever coach, whoever's here. I don't know.
Well, we talked about Kawhi Leonard not speaking up. We've seen the same from Lonzo. He hasn't really spoke up.
No, and when he speaks, he basically just said nothing right now.
He spoke in circles and said nothing.
Yeah.
But remember, his father.
No wonder his dad speaks for him.
Yeah, and his dad really, remember, called out Luke Walton earlier in the year when they had that streak, when they lost 9 in a row. And they said it was all Luke Walton's fault.
Yeah.
If you are a leader, you're a point guard, you are the floor general, the quarterback of your team. You stand up and say, hey, that's my coach. No matter what. Yeah. I don't care if you dislike your coach, you stand up for him no matter what, because the other guys are going to buy into it.
Yeah, they're like, basically they said, did you support Luke Walton? And he's like, I'll play for any coach.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Zoe. Thanks for having my back.
And then they asked Lonzo as well, was your dad a hindrance or a bad influence on you during the year? And he said no, he didn't. He didn't cause any problems. Well, there was a lot of problems and a lot of strife between the Lakers and Lonzo Ball, or Larry Ball, as we like to call Dad.
We love to call him
that. But did you see the report that somebody from the Lakers camp went out to Lithuania to scout?
No,
yes.
Don't say it's true.
Yes, well, I don't know if it's true, but it was all over the internet today. It was all over Twitter. It was Ben Goodman from ESPN quoted, said that there was a scout in Lithuania.
To look at the middle ball?
To look at the middle ball. But I don't know if it was so much that or if it was a PR thing by the Lakers. Lakers have a ton of money. Why not send a guy to look at him? But there's no way he's going to get drafted.
No.
If the Lakers waste a draft pick on that middle ball, I think
Magic's too smart. There's no way. He's too smart.
I don't know. Do you remember the Magic Hour?
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
That was a really bad choice. And I think Magic Johnson surrounds himself with really smart people. I think Rob Pelinka is a very smart guy, and I think the Lakers will do the right decision and not draft him.
We can only hope.
I hope so.
Hey, coming up on the show, you saw her, you heard her on The Voice. Sophia Bollman's going to join us live on the show. She had a big concert last night at the Diamond in Lake Elsinore. She's next on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Spoiled, quick quality oil change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Join us live on the show on the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. You saw her on The Voice. Maybe you saw her down at the Diamond last night at Lake Elsinore, the great Sophia Bollman. Sophia, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
We are great. How did the concert go last night at the Storm Home Opener?
The concert was absolutely amazing. I was so surprised on the outcome of how many fans came out to see me. And I didn't realize how much of an impact I had on the community, so it was really amazing.
Well, you performed last night at Lake Elsinore, and you've been popping off ever since you got a crack at The Voice. What was that Voice experience like, working with those judges and just being around a lot of other great singers?
Oh, my gosh, working with the coaches on The Voice, it was the most amazing experience ever. I think my greatest memory of the whole thing was just meeting all my friends on there, you know. You get to meet all the coaches, Miley, Blake, and all that, but the real thing, the one that with you are all your friends in the end. So I think that was the most amazing experience.
Sophia, from your Voice experience, you had to sing several different kind of genres of music. Is there anything that you took away from doing The Voice that you said, hey, I kind of enjoy singing this? Did you change anything? What do you prefer to sing? What is your genre of music?
Yeah, so originally I'm more of a classic rock singer, but I went on The Voice as a pop singer because I thought it would help me reach out to the younger community and people my age more. And I thought that it was going to be like the most amazing experience, and it really was. But I think rock and roll kind of sticks in my heart, and that's really my direction. But right now I'm kind of venturing off into the Latin community, and so I'm going to be doing a whole EP in Spanish, so that'll be super amazing.
Wow, look at that. You're taking over the world, Sophia.
It seems like it.
What would be the ultimate goal? Like if I said 10 years from now you were going to sell out like a 20,000-seat arena, or you're going to be headlining Coachella, or, I mean, what would be the ultimate goal for you, let's say in a decade, in 10 years from now?
Oh my gosh, 10 years from now, I think it would just be playing music, singing, you know, and being passionate about what I do and my fans. I think that ultimately the goal is to just perform and make good music that makes people happy, and not necessarily be in front of tens of thousands of people, but just to touch the people who want to listen to my music and give people purpose.
We're talking with Sophia Bollman here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Sophia, I think you're also a sports fan, aren't you?
Oh, I'm a huge sports fan. So, you know, I work in sports media with my mom. My mom's name is Deborah Bollman, and she works in all types of sports, from NHL to MLB to NBA, any major league sport you can think of, and college sports she does. And so I work as an editor with her because she's a closed captioner. So I kind of get to go into the press conference rooms and meet the players and the coaches. And I'm a huge baseball and basketball fan. So being able to work in sports and love the game is just great. Like, it's amazing.
So your whole life, basically, you've been around sports. I mean, you've always loved music, but you've been around sports, too, it sounds like.
Yeah, I've been around sports my whole life. I've been an athlete my whole life. I've played almost every single sport that you can think of, and I adore sports. I appreciated the athleticism and the passion that goes into it. It's pretty similar to singing, you know. Singing is a sport in its own way. You're utilizing your voice, and you're utilizing just the one muscle that you have to produce the sound, and I feel like your body is just full of all these amazing muscles that can create all these different movements and things. So it's pretty similar, and I just appreciate everything, you know.
Now, you've been around probably countless athletes. You've probably met a bunch of household names. Is there any athlete out there that you've met that kind of took you back, or you were kind of nervous to meet?
Oh my gosh. I think LeBron James was one that I've met, and I was really taken back. I don't usually get starstruck or anything like that. It's not in my nature. But when I met LeBron James, I just looked at how tall he was. I'm very petite. I'm 5 foot, and he is this very large man. And I was like, okay, well, I am very small. But other than that, I wasn't really starstruck. I was just taken back at how tall he was and how athletic, and I just appreciated that moment.
We're talking with Sophia Bollman here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Sophia, so you did The Voice, and of course you had the concert last night here for the Lake Elsinore Storm. What next? You said you're working on a new Spanish album, I guess, but where else can we see you? Where else can we find you?
You guys can find me everywhere. I do gigs everywhere. I update my social media daily with all my gigs and stuff and what I'm doing. So if you guys follow me on my social media, you guys can find me at all my events. And it'll just be super fun, and I want to meet everybody and just reach out to people who I don't know and get to know them, So.
Now, you've worked with some of the biggest names in the biz, obviously. Who's the one person that you have not yet or have yet to work with, but you'd love to work with in the future? Somebody that's out there. You go.
Gosh.
Maybe a duet,
Dave
a producer.
Grohl.
Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters.
Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters. I am the biggest Foo Fighters fan ever. I could sing every song back to front for you. I adore the passion and the humility that Dave Grohl just brings to the table. He's absolutely amazing, and for him not really being a true singer, but for him to just be an amazing musician, songwriter, and everything, it's crazy. It's just so awesome. And I remember when I was 17, I went and saw them at my very first concert ever, and I stood there in front of the stage. He had just broken his leg, and I cried the whole time because I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I just knew.
Hey, Sophia, so circling back to your experience on The Voice, what's that like when you're actually taping the television show? Because I would assume it would be really easy to be consumed by just the nerves, how much is on the line and how much pressure you're facing. I mean, how do you balance the nerves? You got all the judges are there, the big TV cameras and an audience and the big lights. I mean, do you embrace that moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy because, they make everything look like it's one day, but really there's tapings for weeks on end, and you're doing all of these you're in all of these different areas and locations, taping this or filming that, and, oh, we need you to say this. It's very structured, but at the same time, it's very free-flowing. It's very nerve-wracking because when you're a certain age, so if you're a minor under 18, you get to have a parent with you. But if you're 18 and over, you're sequestered by yourself. You don't have parents, friends. You can't have any contact besides a phone call, maybe. And it's nerve-wracking because you don't have your daily support system. But at the same time, you kind of learn who you are and you branch out. And it's just, for me, I kind of figured out who I was through that whole experience and what I wanted to do with my life and how dedicated I was to music. So in all, you'd learn a lot.
Well, Sophia, final question. Was there any experience, any conversation, anything funny behind the scenes with any of the judges or someone that we, whether it was Blake or one of the other judges, that's something that we don't see on TV because, they edit it so it fits into a nice, hour program? Is there something behind the scenes that you could share with us that was pretty cool from The Voice?
Yeah, so a really cool moment from behind The Voice was actually with Miley. She got to come up to us and she talked to us a little bit, and I had actually fallen backstage because I had surgery on my ankle, or my foot, and I had fallen over a cord, and she had actually ran up to stop camera and helped me up. And that was a really cool moment, and people don't see the genuality of these people. They kind of just see them as, they make a lot of money, they're on TV, they have a lot of drama, but in reality, these people are real, and they actually care about others, which is amazing. So.
All right, Sophia, this is really the last question, but what's your favorite sports team, regardless of the sport? Is there a favorite team you've always been a fan of?
Oh, my gosh. So, yes, I'm a big Steelers fan. Don't ask me all the players because I don't know, but I just like the colors. I'm a huge Padres fan. You can ask me about the Padres and I'll know. I work closely with the Dodgers, so I guess I kind of overlap with Dodgers and Padres in baseball.
Well, Sophia, we appreciate the time. Once again, where can people connect with you on social media?
Hey, guys, so you can follow me on social media at Sophia Bollman, SophiaBollman, Sophia Bollman. Follow me, talk to me, and I would love to talk to you guys. It'd be super amazing to reach out to everybody, and I'm super excited. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Sophia. Congratulations on all the success so far, and let's stay in touch because you're going to be a big star. Don't forget about us.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope that we get to talk again soon.
All right, we got to get you in the studio. We want to get you in here and have you sing on the show for us.
I want to sing a duet with you, Sophia, and I have one of
Yes,
those.
I'm there. We can definitely do a duet. Let's make that happen.
I have a smooth, silky voice.
He doesn't.
I'm like a mixture of Keith Sweat and Lionel Richie.
Oh, okay. So, you know what? Let's do Hotel California then.
That sounds good to me. I'm ready.
Sophia, I'll be in touch. We're going to make that happen. We're going to get you in our studio
Let's make
here.
it happen. Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Sophia. That's Sophia
Bye,
Bollman, one of
guys.
our own
Bye-bye.
here from the IE, and you saw her on The Voice, and you saw her last night at the Diamond. Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Thanks.
Big time star. We'll get her in the studio. We got to get her down to 99.1 too. She's a big time star.
No, we're going to keep her all to herself. She's going to be the house singer. She'll be here every single day from 3 to 6, and she will sing as we go into commercial.
So Greg doesn't have to play the music anymore. We'll just have Sophia Bollman in the corner singing all the songs.
We'll
going
give
in
her.
and out.
We'll get one of those big old pretzel things that you can buy at Costco, and then anybody that comes in here, they have to throw a $5 bill in, like it's like tip jar. We'll give her a little. I don't know if she
Like one of
plays
those
piano.
big buckets where you get like the cheese balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just clean it out.
So
You
that's
throw your
how she
money
gets paid. No,
She's too big for that.
We'll give her food and beverage. And
Miley Cyrus is helping her up off the floor. She's too big time.
Miley Cyrus, what was that show she used to be on?
The Disney show?
Hannah Montana.
Oh, Hannah Montana.
That was a great show.
He was quick on that. You
Yeah.
see, he
Hannah Montana. Collins, Hannah Montana.
About this guy with the voice.
Didn't even flinch.
Yeah, you knew the voice. You knew Blake. That's all you said, Blake. And I
Blake
went,
Shelton, country
Blake
singer.
Who else is on that show? Isn't his wife or
The
girlfriend?
Maroon 5 guy.
Maroon 5.
The guy. And there's, it used to be Gwen Stefani. Kelly Clarkson. That's what I meant.
I like Kelly Clarkson. Yeah, I really do.
No, you don't.
I do. She's got a great voice.
What was your voice like?
I don't know what I said.
Keith Sweat
and Lionel Richie. That's a pretty good one. Or I could say Teddy Pendergrass. Hey, you guys don't even know who that is, do you?
No.
Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass.
When we come back,
Gerald Levert.
we got to talk about Dancing with the Stars. Do you dance too? Do you sing and dance, Jeff?
I can. Would you
And
like to?
we know you can sing. Oh, he can dance too.
Hey, you know
He
it.
just did it. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
All right, Jeff, we're going to get you that duet with Sophia Bollman. We're going to make that happen. Hotel California, can you handle that song?
Sure I can.
Okay.
You're darn right, man. I'm an Eagles fan. I can do it. I've sang. I've done my karaoke. Don't you have a karaoke machine at your house?
Yeah, I do.
Do you sing karaoke with your daughters?
Just the Frozen songs.
No, I don't
That's
know.
it.
I don't know any of the Frozen songs.
Yeah, just the Frozen songs.
Never seen it.
You're missing out.
No, I'm really. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend while I'm laying in bed, eating my soup, and putting cold compresses on my forehead.
I've got it if you want to borrow it.
No, I don't.
I'll let you hit it up.
I'm sure it's on TV. It's probably on every hour on every channel, every Disney channel.
I don't know if it's on TV. It's not on Netflix. I don't think it's on TV.
Have you seen they have that new Disney? Man, my voice is going. That new Disney streaming. Have you seen that? They have all Disney movies now. You can get on your cable channels.
I had no idea.
I'm gonna get it because I love Disney movies.
Do you love Dancing with the Stars?
I
That's
love
Disney.
it. I love it more than life itself.
Dancing with the Stars?
There's nothing I love more than Dancing with the Stars. I did watch the first season, and I was enthralled.
I don't remember any of the seasons. I don't watch it week to week, but I remember, wasn't Emmett Smith on there?
Yeah.
Was Terrell Owens? T.O., he was on there, right?
Yeah.
So Dancing with the Stars unveiled there are a bunch of athletes on Dancing with the Stars for this upcoming season. Jeff, after looking at the list of the athletes that's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, my first thought was, wow, I don't really care about any of these people.
Whoa!
Yeah, if I can just come correct.
This year?
Yeah, I looked at all the list of the names, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to watch any of them.
Are you insane? Now you got me going.
Not one. Not even one. I'm like, this sounds
You're not excited. I know you're not
I don't
a Laker
watch Dancing
fan.
with the Stars in the first place because, I'm a voice guy. I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I watch The Voice. And even if I did, I'm looking at the list, and I'm like, this is all they could get? And I'm like, I'm not into this.
You have the greatest basketball player in the history of the game.
Chris Webber is not on that list.
Get out of here, Chris Webber.
I did not see old C-Web.
The Cap, baby. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor, the champion of champions. How can you not like that?
He's 70 years old. He's super tall. Maybe that's why.
Hey, he played till he was 69, for gosh sakes.
He played until last year, huh?
Man, it just seems like he just retired.
Maybe the fact that he's so tall and awkward and old might make it kind of compelling.
Stop calling him old. He's going to live forever in my heart.
Who else? Who else do you want to see on that list?
7'2", baby. Who else is on this list?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny Damon looks ridiculous. I almost said a bad word. He looks damn ridiculous.
Was he like 44? He could still be playing.
I don't care what he has. You should see him. He's got a mohawk. He looks like a complete ding dong. I'm going to turn and show you this.
No, I've seen it. Come on. I did my homework. Yeah, that's him.
He looks like a ding.
Faux hawk.
That's stupid. I don't want Johnny Damon to win. You have the great Tanya Harding. Tanya Harding should. Yeah, I know. Tanya Harding should. She should. What is she famous for?
Well, let's put it to you this way. I was at the movie theaters with my kids, and what's that new? Is it called I, Tonya?
I, Tonya.
They're like, who's Tanya? Why is she famous?
Jeff
oh
Gillooly.
Man, I'm gonna tell the kids a story.
Jeff Gillooly. She's famous for two things. She's famous for having Jeff Gillooly beat up Nancy Kerrigan during the Olympics, and she made a sex tape. And she's cashed in on both of those things for her movie, I, Tonya. Now she's on Dancing with the Stars. If you were listening and you're watching, you eliminate her first round no matter what.
Who's next?
Okay, Jenny Finch. Oh, yeah, she's good looking. Jenny Finch, she can
I've interviewed her.
You have?
Yeah.
Was she taller
She got
than
to
you?
meet me. Yeah, she was pretty tall.
She was taller than you? Yeah. Where did you?
She got to meet me. Keep going.
Okay, hold on.
Keep going. I'm just trying to find you. I'm waiting for a name, though. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Okay, I don't know who these people are. Jamie Anderson.
No. Oh, wait. Snowboarder?
Yeah, she's not very cute.
Mildly interested. Keep going.
Chris Mazdezer.
Nope. I don't know who that is.
He was
bobsledder.
Bobsledder.
No, unless it's our guy Joey Butner out of Ukaipa High School.
Enrique Ogunbowale.
Who's that?
And I said it correctly. Enrique Ogunbowale.
Who is that?
She is the junior superstar out of Notre Dame. Not Demure, but Notre Dame.
Great basketball player. I'd love to watch her play basketball, not dance.
She won the national. She's only a junior. I don't know how that works out.
Next.
And then you have that Adam Rippon.
Next.
You know who he is?
Does he figure skate?
Yeah, you do know. I know. Okay, wait.
I told you to do my homework.
Okay, wait. Okay. Josh Norman.
The football player?
Yeah.
Eh.
He's the highest paid cornerback in.
If now Johnny Manziel was on there, I'd be like, okay, now we're on to something. Tim Tebow, now we're on to something.
Oh, here's one. I think she's really cute.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mariah Nagazu.
Figure skater?
Yeah, she's good looking. She's a cutie. Did you see how but I know you don't want to talk, but I have to tell you this. Did you know how she made her money to get, to train?
She sold candy bars door to door.
No, she was the Colorado Avalanche hockey team, right?
Oh, yeah.
She would go out and clean the ice in between periods. That's how she made money.
Oh, she was one of those.
Yes, that's pretty incredible.
Yes.
Story. And she's adorable. So I hope she wins. So if you're, she's adorable.
You got a picture?
Oh yeah, right here. She's really, really cute right here. Let me just turn that thing around. She's good looking. She's a cutie. Got some good muscle tone in those legs.
Who else?
All right. There's Tanya Harding again. Gosh, she's really, she looks like she lives in a trailer.
8 Mile?
Oh, she's hideous.
Come on, we gotta keep going.
Right,
who else?
All right. That's it. I just named them all.
Yeah, I'm not in, man. I'm watching The Voice. I'm done.
I know. Do you remember? Oh, Kelly Monaco. Do you remember her?
No.
Guys, you remember her? Are you kidding me? Kelly Monaco was the winner of the first season. Hey, Greg, you're not going to say that when I show you a picture of her.
Right.
She
Take
is
it all back.
She would be #1 over Scarlett Johansson. She is #1 on my hall pass. If I had a choice.
Google alert.
Google. Hey, Google undressed or dressed. It doesn't matter. You're going to get good pictures. She is incredible. Kelly Monaco.
She's an actress?
I don't know what she is, but
she won it, right? You said she won?
Yeah, she won. No, she's on like All My Children or one of those shows.
Oh, like a soap opera.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. She is #1 in my books, and if you're listening, Kelly Monaco, I love you.
She can call the show anytime.
Anytime you want.
Talk to Jeff.
Feel free.
All right, so that's Dancing with the Stars. The real stars, though, on the baseball diamond. The Angels in action tonight, taking on Kansas City. In fact, they just had first pitch, and Shohei Ohtani, they moved him up to #7 in the lineup. They just revealed.
Showtime Ohtani!
He's probably going to be in the heart of the order sometime soon, but right now they moved him up from 8 to 7 in the order, and we'll see what he does tonight. Andrew Haney, who rehabbed with the Inland Empire 66ers, making his first start of the season tonight against Kansas City.
He rehabbed for like a half an hour. They needed him right away.
He was barely here. I think it was like the second game of the season.
Yeah.
He reported to Inland Empire, and he pitched in one game, I think it was, and then he was back.
Can I give a shout out?
Shout out.
My guys at Norta Vista are having their prom tonight.
They are?
Keala Hughes, Mr. ASB
is for Hawaii.
Hey, they are listening right now in the House of Blues to us as we speak. So my boys at the House of Blues, my guys at Novi, Keala Hughes.
Wait, House of Blues as in Anaheim?
In Anaheim. That's where they're having that's where they're having the
pretty
prom.
swanky.
Pretty swanky.
You guys had to sell a lot of pigs to rent that place out.
Lots and lots of
Lots
pigs.
of pigs and cows.
Yeah.
So you're not the chaperone this year?
No, I go every year. Every single year, but this radio show is much more important to me than my friends over at Norta Vista.
That's it.
Yeah, those guys. But no, I just want to tell them I love them and have fun tonight. And I hope everyone drives safe for any prom, anybody that's going out.
How are they having prom already? Is it really that late in the year?
7 weeks left, my friend.
Is that it?
And it is summertime fever. I'm going topless. I might go bottomless 2 days a week. And I'm going to wear flip-flops all summer long.
In your reading room.
In my reading room with my fountain.
Oh yeah, your fountain.
You
just had your cement stained or something, right?
We had it stained and pressed. Oh, I'm telling you, Shangri-La. When I step into my pool this summer, I'm going to lose 8. It's like the Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth. You're going to feel like
I'm going to be a baby. I'm going to be a baby by the end of the summer, for God's sakes. I'm going to be like a 7-year-old kid.
Big baby.
I'm like Benjamin Button. I'm going to have hair. I'm going to be fit. I'm going to have a six-pack.
You're going to shave?
Oh, no, I'm not going to have to because I'm going to go back in time.
We'll have a shaving party.
Everybody, tonight at my house, we're going to have a shaving party.
I'm good.
Tonight? Yeah, I'm good too.
What do you mean? I have rusty razors, and we're not going to use any shaving cream. We're going to use old dish soap.
We're going to use old butter knives.
Old butter knives and shave me. But yeah, I just want to say.
Old butter knives.
All the old dull butter. So have fun, guys, tonight at the prom. As they're listening to us right now.
They're listening right now in the House of Blues. They're just blasting the Inland Sports Show.
They really are.
That's awesome. Wonderful. So it was a great segue from the Angels to the House of Blues, which is Orange County. Home of the Angels.
Home of the Angels.
So we'll have an update on the Halos coming up in our next segment, how they're doing with Kansas City. The Dodgers taking on Arizona tonight, 7:10 first pitch out there at the Ravine. Not tonight, tomorrow night. The pride of Yucktown. Hashtag Yucktown Yucaipa High School. Taiwan Walker will get the start for Arizona against Rich Hill and the Dodgers on Saturday, 6:10 first pitch. So if you're a local baseball fan, let's say you like the local IE guys, you like the Dodgers, this is a match made in heaven as Taiwan Walker will pitch against the Dodgers. In fact, he might pitch against Austin Barnes. It could be Yucaipa versus Riverside Poly on the diamond all over again.
I go with Poly all the time, buddy, and I'm not even a Bear fan.
Hey, speaking of Poly, they've got a big game against Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach is number 3 in the entire nation.
Whoa.
They're going to play tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at the Plex at UC Riverside.
So anyone can go.
Sure.
And watch the number 3 ranked team in the country.
The Oilers.
Beat the Bears.
The last time I saw the Oilers, the Huntington Beach Oilers with my own eyes, they were playing Santiago in the playoffs, and they were really, really good. Bunch of MLB draft picks all over the place on that team.
Well, I'm a Ram, so I'm going to say the Bears are probably going to lose. But I go out and watch them, support them. I hope they win, but yeah, they'll probably lose.
What do you call a group of Rams?
A mob.
A mob.
I'm a mob.
Do you think Yodel Boy from Walmart, because we saw him at Coachella, and he's the reason they clogged up all the 10 freeway. Yodel Boy was Coachella. Yodel Boy's going to be at
the Grand Ole
Opry tomorrow. Is there a chance he'll be at the noodling tournament in Texas? Where was it at again?
Tawakoni. At Goody's Marina with a Y.
Do you think he might be there?
I hope he is. We got Hannah. Hannah will be there.
Because people say noodling and yodeling go hand in hand.
Oh,
you can't have one without the other.
Did I tell you that I had somebody ask me about noodling today?
Of course they did.
They did. They said
they went straight to the expert. Why wouldn't you, right?
Okay, Ron Main.
Yeah.
The athletic director at North Vista High School came up to me today and says, I didn't know you noodled. He goes, that's one of my favorite things in the world to watch.
Ron does it too?
No, he just watches.
Oh, they have a noodling part.
No. So I told him, I said,
he just watches?
He just watches.
From the banks, yeah.
But he might go out with me when I go to Lake Tawakoni this summer. He said, if you really do it, I said, yeah, I've been doing it for years. I showed him the scars on my hands, and he was really shocked. And so I'm going to bring him out maybe with me this summer. And while I do my
Has he got the hands to do it?
Oh, no, his hands, he's got sausage fingers. His fingers are large. He couldn't get his hands. Yeah, if it was a largemouth Billy Bass, he probably could put his hands in a bass. But those catfish, no. His hands are giant. Chubby, I should say. They're not really long. I have long fingers. See,
yeah, perfect for noodling.
I can almost get into any hole with his hand. Any hole.
Noodling and yodeling. If we could just get that together.
I could do it.
The same place.
I'll work on it.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, CBU baseball update. The Lancers win again. All they do is winning. And UCR baseball on the road to Hawaii. We'll talk about that one and any of your Major League Baseball afternoon scores, including an Angels update. I got a feeling you probably already scored. They always score early inning for the Halos. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
I thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
How you guys doing? Ray Bass here again at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed, getting our knees up. We're talking about the A-Run.
I see this thing. It's like this big sign. And the name is in like bright blue neon lights with like purple outline. And this name is just so bright and so sharp that the sign, it just blows up because the name is just so powerful.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
All right, let's go.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Jeff Gorham, Greg Holla, I'm Pep Fernandez. Every single day, 3 to 6 p.m., nothing but the good stuff. Again, if you're sitting in your car right now, I apologize. Man, it's bad out there. I got to get home. Jeff's got to get home. Holla's got to get home. We all got to battle that traffic. Coachella is a mess out there. We heard there's a nasty wreck. There might be a fatality out there on the 10 freeway near Banning. Like, it's a mess. Please drive safely. We all got to sit in that traffic. We all got to get home. We all want to get home safely. So we appreciate you, though, if you're listening to us, sitting in the car with nothing to do. If you're still sitting in the car, you miss Yodel Boy. He already did his thing at Coachella. He's gone. He's on his way to the Grand Ole Opry.
Hey, our boy Ohtani got a hit.
Already?
Another hit.
Oh, I had a good feeling about it.
Oh, my gosh. He's batting 370. He's hanging right around Ted Williams' head.
He's closing in on his head.
He's closing in on his head.
Did he really hit 400? Can you, like, hold on. If we wanted to go pie in the sky, can you imagine if he hit 400 on the year and he won 20 games on the mound?
Man, I'll tell you, Ted Williams' head.
Like, that would be insane.
Ted Williams' head would be spinning.
Ted Williams' head would be spinning around.
His on-base percentage, he's hitting 433. There's no one even close on that team.
Unbelievable. Is there any score in that game with Kansas City?
0 score.
What about Lucas Duda, the pride of Arlington High School?
Dude hasn't taken a swing yet, man. He's
Dude, where's my bat?
Duda is up. Duda will be up second here in the middle of the second, man.
And Shohei again batting 7th in the order. So I think they're going to quietly and slowly kind of creep him up the lineup. Not like people are going to be like, oh, who's this Ohtani guy? Everybody knows who he is now, but they're going to move him up.
Do you know what his slugging percentage is?
1,000,000.
81%. That's his slugging percentage. There's no one even close. The second highest guy.
Well, every time he hits the ball, it's a home run or a triple.
Oh, my gosh. He's batting 370, man. There's no one even close. He is the world's greatest player. He might be the best player of all time. Johnny Bench, Pete Rose, Jose Canseco. Piss compared to those guys.
Yeah.
Gary DiSarcina. Piss. He's great.
He's that
fantastic.
good.
Oh, he's great. I hope he does well. I want him to break every record ever and then quit.
You know how they were saying that he wants to play more? Remember, he's petitioning with the Angels. Hey, let me play more. I want to hit more. I want to pitch more. Let me go out there like every single day and play. That's what he wants right now.
Of course, but you got to work him into it.
See, I think of Shohei Ohtani like a buffet.
You do?
I do, because think about it.
You don't. Your buffet and my buffet definitions are way different.
But listen, if there's a certain point where there's too much of a good thing.
No.
If you keep going back to the buffet, at some point it's going to backfire. You're going to feel sick. You're going to feel awful about yourself. You're going to regret it. If they ran Shohei Ohtani out there 6-7 days a week, let's say we're in July, we're in August, we're in September, the playoff push is on. You're setting his body's going to break down. There's more chances for an injury. It's going great right now. This is the recipe. They have figured it out already. This is the recipe. 1 day off before, 1 day off after.
You know, I agree. The Angels are doing the right thing. Mike Sophia and his staff is doing a phenomenal job kind of introducing him to baseball. But the inside of me is just like the inside of Showtime. Showtime, I called him?
You just shorten it down.
I just shorten it down.
That's okay.
You would love to see him play every day. I'm sure he would love to be out there every day.
He wants to. That's where the Angels have to step in and say, hold on. It's going great right now. You're hitting the baseball really hard. You're pitching great. Let's just keep this going. We're at a good pace. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. We're at a good pace.
But they're treating him like a delicate flower. Come on now.
He's just blossoming like a flower.
Hey, Superman. He plays in the sun. He's just like Superman. He gets all of his strength from the baseball field, playing those day games. I don't play him day. He is Superman. And I'll tell you what, I am enjoying this. Mike Trout, who's he? Who's Mike Trout? Trade him.
Blasphemy over here.
If he's not going to do his job, just trade him.
He's got 5 home runs. What are you talking about?
He's only batting 286.
Man, slacker.
That's weak.
Last season, this guy was fist bumping.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah, you and Mike Trout were homies last year.
We were tight last year.
We turned on him.
Wash your hand.
No, still haven't. This fist is
After
never
you
been
fist bump Mike Trout, you never washed your hands.
Nope. I'm
Hand
going
sanitizer?
No, I'm not going to. No, maybe now I will because I'm going to go fist bump. What if I fist bump with my other hand? Then I have.
Get Shohei on the other
I got
one.
a little thunder, a little lightning, a little Shohei, a little Trout on both knuckles. That'd be sweet. I'm going to do it.
Get your credential for an Angels game.
I'm going to go. I'm going to call up old Trent Rush.
Do we have any friends that speak Japanese? I'm looking. Wait, hold on, Jeff. You sing, dance, and speak Japanese and noodle?
Hey, Yoshinoi, glad to know you. Kikoman.
Oh, you do. I take that all back.
There you go. Thank you.
Local baseball. So CBU beat Fresno Pacific last night big time. Our guy Luke Navigado had 2 home runs in the game.
Yeah, 2?
Our guy Ryan Williams had 2 home runs in the game. So you know CBU can win big. They can score a lot of runs. But they can also do it with pitching because this afternoon on the road at Fresno Pacific, the Lancers won their 5th straight game by a score of 1-0. Andrew Bash pitched into the 8th inning. He was lights out, a 1-0 final score for CBU. The first game of a doubleheader against Fresno Pacific, the Thunderbirds, I want to say. The T-Birds up there at Fresno Pacific. So, big win for CBU baseball this afternoon. Meanwhile, UCR deep on the road all the way in Hawaii. That's going to be a 9:35 first pitch local time if you want to stay up late. Jeff, you'll be asleep. I know you'll be asleep.
The
so
second I get home, I'm going to go to sleep.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to send you off into the weekend feeling good. It's the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah. How you guys doing? Ray Baz here again at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed, getting our knees up. We're talking about the A-run. Come see what it's all about. Okay, so what we're working on right now, you can call it top end speed, absolute speed, max speed. Really all that means is that we're opening up our stride, getting our knees up. And one of the things we like to emphasize here is that cyclical action with the legs. So with the A-run, all we're doing is pulling our heel to our butt, stepping over and around the opposite knee, and it's all about turnover. We want to get as many reps as we can. So Jake's going to go ahead, he's going to jog to the hash, and then he's going to hit a nice and quick A-run all the way to the opposite hash. Here we go, ready? And go. Jog, 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 hit. Heel to the butt, toes up, over and around, over and around, over and around, over and around. Nice, very nice, very nice. So you want to get as many reps as you can here. You always want to have your ankle locked, toes pointing to the top of your shoe. A great drill to emphasize is getting your knees up, getting that cyclical action, the A-run. If you're not doing it, you better be doing it. And we do it right here at Boost.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team. back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We just walked in. We didn't know that you...
Bernie?
Shh, he's sleeping.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Jeff, what are you doing this weekend?
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm going to SeaWorld Sunday. I have to. Oh, it's this great song.
You get to.
Yeah, I get to go. I'm going to take a little Fast Johnny and the boys, and we're going to go down, and we're going to look at some dolphins, and we're going to look at some other sea creatures.
The pet show. The pet show's good.
No, I'm not going to see that. I can see that at my house. I got a cat at home. I got a laser pointer, and I got a little ball.
That's all you need, right? That's a show in itself.
I don't want to see dogs doing tricks.
It's fun.
No,
they jump around and they do funny things.
I want to see things that can actually kill you. I want to see an orca.
The polar bear.
The polar bear will definitely kill you.
Yeah.
I would love to swim with an orca. With old Shamu.
I don't know that end well.
Nah, I'm tasty. I would eat anything at SeaWorld if you could dip it in butter. Anything.
Any of the animals?
Any of the animals, if they all look
so when
delicious.
You're standing there watching Shamu, you're like, man, I bet you that thing would be good.
I say in my head, that looks delicious.
If you squirt some lemon on that thing, maybe dip it in butter.
Just dip it in butter. Anything dipped in butter from the ocean is delicious and delectable.
Jeff will be at SeaWorld. I'm going to the County Clash tomorrow at San Manuel. We got 3 high school games in a row. Maybe the big one out there.
Redlands, Ukaipa,
North against Arlington. I'm going to go shoot it.
Oh, you're not going to be play-by-play guy or anything?
No, we're not doing any live. No, we're not doing any live.
All right, well, you have fun with that. I'll be in bed tomorrow. I'm going to sleep all day. I might dig a hole. because I'm going to, I have a big palm tree I'm going to put in Shangri-La.
Oh, that's right.
It's either that or I'm going to dig my own grave because I
And just lay in it. If you want, I'll throw the dirt on your head.
Like stepbrother.
Yep.
You can throw some dirt on me.
Yep. Well, it's been a wonderful show. We got a big weekend planned. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change will be spoiled by great customer service and the lowest prices. It's in the name, Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. So they got all the sports supplies and equipment. They also got Letterman's jackets, embroidery, the print shop, team sales. They do it all at Ken's Sporting Goods. Boost performance training with Coach Ray Bass. Jeff, what happens when they say your name at the door?
They get the first one free.
The strength and speed class. It's second to none. You got to look for Boost performance training with Coach Ray Bass by name. Follow them on Twitter and Instagram. And finally, Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. It's not too late. It's a Friday night. Go check out what they got on the lot. You can go home tonight in a sweet new ride. Whip. Just stay off the freeways. That's CatalanoCars.com. That's the website we're talking about. Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Again, it's Coachella weekend. This weekend, next weekend, the highways are a mess. The freeways are gnarly. Be safe out there. Yes, Jeff.
Monday, I'm going to tell you everything about minor league hockey.
Wait, and the Cal League.
No, that's at the end of the week.
Oh, we got to spread it out?
Yeah, I
spread it out. Because the rain will start the playoffs.
I don't know everything
first
about
question, who's the rain playing in the playoffs?
I'm going to know everything.
We'll see you Monday, 3 o'clock. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
And think to yourself, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.